Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Riding the pine, now it's hockey time. Riding the pine with Punchy Langer and Summertime.
We're back. We got Hockey Night in Canada is going on right now. And for the first time ever on the Pine, we're welcoming back Brockley. And we're going to watch a game together. We're probably going to get sued by the NHL. It could happen, but all rights to this video is not ours. But here we go. Somerville will be joining us momentarily. We might even have a couple other guests pop throughout the night. But Brox, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me back. And how are you guys doing?
Good, man. We were just talking a second ago. Let's just revisit it quick. McDavid's threw 4 guys to the net the other night. How amazing is this guy, and how lucky are we to have him being on Team Canada going into the Olympics?
You want to take that, Langer, or what?
Nope, go ahead
about it. We were just talking off air there, and I'm like, well, there's no one in the league that literally can basically play at full speed with the puck the way he does. Like, it's crazy. I mean, like last night we joked about, like, yeah, he deked 4 guys, but I mean, no one wanted to touch him. So
yeah.
I mean, he makes people scared when he's coming down on them, and he reaps the benefits of what happens. And great goal last night. I mean, the finishing goal, even the goalie, one of those. Hey, Langer, put your elbow on the crossbar and say, "What just happened?"
Yeah. And the thing is, too, when that stuff like that happens, and it's happened to me a few times, is you see it happening and right away, you're like, I'm never going to save this. Like, it has to, it's like this, even if it's subliminal, it's like, it's going to go in.
So what you're saying is there was as much fear in the eye of the goaltender last night when he started to wind up at the blue line?
Well, why would you ruin it as a goalie by saving it? Like,
well, it's funny you say that, because really, like, I mean, if you're a big sports guy, there's sports moments, and it's like, basically, like, he's just deked everyone. Like, you just know, like, it's gonna happen, and it's like, I can't make the save. I'm gonna add to the highlight reel on SportsCenter, plain and simple.
So you make a really good unsave.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, everything worked well for him last night. That was, the goalie looked. I mean, I'm never gonna fault him, but yeah, he looked bad.
Yeah, well, that was a phone booth. I mean, that was like in the crease that he deked him out.
Like, I did not see when he stopped and taped the puck to his stick on the blue line and just kept skating. I didn't see that part of the night. And
well, it came off the post, because I watched the sequence and it hit the post. It was a shot off the boards and it came back out. He picked it up, and there was nobody around that he could play with, so he just did it himself.
But if you watch that replay, he gets the puck outside his blue line, and there is a guy sitting in the blue paint in the crease, and he still has to skate out fast enough until he can go back into the zone.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just, and to do it on a night like that.
Yeah.
With putting Kevin Lowe's they put Kevin Lowe's jersey up on or was it?
Yeah,
Hall of Fame.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Kevin Lowe got first star of the game last night.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of stars in the building. Classic night.
Yeah.
Good night.
80s night.
Just be a hero.
Yep.
I'm excited to have him for the Olympics. So who's when it comes to the terms of the Olympic team, who's the guy that's going to get in that nobody thought would be there? Who's the guy that's going to end up on that team?
Rob
Chris
Zamner.
Kunitz, if you will.
Rob Zamner.
Rob Zamner.
Or the Rob Zamner, or the remember Christian Leitner on the Dream Team?
Yeah, in basketball.
Yeah. It's like she had no business being there. He made that
team because he was still in college. That's what was kind of
he was
about it. He was still in college.
He was still And that was like Magic Johnson,
Yep.
Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. It was that team. Like Larry Bird,
Yeah.
like Karl Malone, John Stockton,
Charles Barkley. Yeah.
Christian Leighton.
And Rob Zaminer.
Everyone
So
hates
who's that
Christian
guy on
Leitner.
Team Canada this
Yeah.
year?
Did you watch the documentary? I watched some of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's typical documentary stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know
So
what?
is it gonna be Owen Power? Straight out of university?
No, I
Olympics.
I highly doubt you'll see a defenseman as maybe. Well,
No
hold on.
way.
When I say defenseman, I mean like my point to this if someone makes the team, it's going to be strictly because of their defensive abilities. I mean, we have enough scoring power that you don't. I mean, you can just go up and down the line. I think that if someone is an unknown, it's going to be someone that's basically a specialized defensive player. You know, a fourth liner
Or a penalty killer or something.
Zach Hyman.
or like, hey, listen.
That's Chris Kunitz. He could be Chris Kunitz this year.
Oh, they only took Kunitz.
That-
They only took Kunitz because Crosby wouldn't go if he didn't go either. So I mean, like, I'm just kidding.
No, but like you look at Hyman. He's playing that same role that Kunitz was. The only reason Kunitz was on that team was because of being familiar and playing with Crosby, right?
Yeah, because
It could happen with Zach Hyman.
well, because Crosby has been known to not have the greatest tournaments with his line mates. He's not the easiest, player to play with. It's a proven fact, right? Like that's
chemistry.
That's why they took Kunitz that 1 year, and
That's why Bergeron will be there again.
you know
One of
what?
the
I
reasons
got
he's-
it. Yeah, he's got to stay. He's got to be healthy. I just think it's going to be someone that is, that third, fourth liner, maybe 6th, 7th defenseman that is defensive minded more than ever. That has especially. I mean, I can't even give you a name. Like I'm just trying to think right now. Like, I think it could be someone really young. I'm not quite sure who. I'm just trying to think. Like, could like someone like a Nick Suzuki. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. He's not having a wonderful thing, but I don't know. I mean, we have so many. We could make 2 teams, right?
Easily can make 2 teams. Do you think, Summer, if you're missing us, we're just talking the Canadian Olympic team. Who's going to be the quiet guy that nobody thought would be on the team that's going to make it in there?
Now, they've been talking... Oh, sorry. Go on. I just thought of a name, but go ahead, Somerville.
Throw it out, man.
One of the guys on sports radio was talking about Mangiapane in Calgary. He's more of a scoring guy. And then Jeff O'Neill totally ripped him.
Which game are we watching?
There's a lot of guys before him, I think.
Dill Pickle?
Couturier? You think Couturier's on the team?
Is it me, or does
That's the guy I
Brock's
was
background just look like huge
He
hydroponics?
plays that role where he's a 200-footer.
I like the pick. I mean, if you want to, right now he's basically a top 2, top 3 of guys for defensive. He's a centerman, right? So he could totally be your shutdown guy if that's where he's at.
I'm thinking that I would like that bottom line to be Ryan O'Reilly, Sean Couturier, and Zach Hyman. No.
He's loving his life in Edmonton.
Yeah, He's got what, 9 goals
On the power play.
in the
Shows you the
first
depth.
12 games or something. Oh, here we go, boys. Game's getting ready to go here. Got some anthem. Remove your hats, boys. It is the anthem time.
And stand up if you're able.
Yeah, if you're able, remove your hats. Put them on the chest. This is good. This is fun times.
Who is this? Kingston Frontenacs versus Mississauga Steelheads?
Pretty much.
That's what it looks. That's what it looks like, eh?
Yeah.
Do you like these jerseys? The B?
So
There's Bergie right there.
the bigger conversation tonight is that this is Sheldon Keefe's first game coaching against Boston.
All right.
Oh, okay.
He
Nice.
has not faced Boston as a coach for the Toronto Maple Leafs yet.
That's right.
Okay.
Because Babcock would have been
Awesome.
coaching.
Yep. So
That's a good fact right there.
Who else playing for them? It's weird how there's guys who playing for teams you forgot they've moved.
Yeah, I just had that same moment with Taylor Hall.
Yeah. It's like Joe Thornton in Florida. Like, what are you doing?
yeah,
sense.
that's looking like a pretty good decision right now.
Yeah. There's yeah.
We were just oh, not yet. Still going.
Yeah. Martinez is singing.
Soupy's looking pumped. I like the all or nothing. He's a pretty genuine kid, eh? That Soupy.
Yeah,
like
he
him.
likes
He's a
being
good-
there. He basically told the media, it's like, I really, really love it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Translation,
Yeah.
please sign me. I don't want to go anywhere else.
He doesn't.
Please don't trade
he doesn't.
me.
He doesn't hide much. I'll tell you when he speaks. That's for sure.
He's that consummate. He's just happy to be there. He's so happy to be there, and it's written all over his face.
So is this the Remembrance Day night? Because that's what is that on Thursday?
Thursday.
Remembrance Day? Or would they wait till next weekend?
Well, I don't know when their home game's scheduled, but they'll probably do something either if they have a home game on that day or on the Friday or Saturday. They'll do something in that
Okay.
manner.
It's usually Hall of
this would
Fame
be-
weekend too.
So then this would be the anniversary of when Don Cherry got fired, pretty much, eh?
That's right.
Rest in peace, Don.
It was 2 years ago. That's crazy to think, eh?
Oh, right on. Allmark's starting. I got him on the fantasy team.
What happened to Rask?
That's good.
Did he stay home? Is he done?
He went home for something. I think he had like don't quote me. I'm not a sports writer or anything, but I think he had something to do with one of his kids.
Oh, okay.
Got sick.
He left.
Took some time away.
No, I think he left the bubble for his kids. I think he might have an injury right now.
Okay. Because I remember he pulled the shoot in that weird playoffs 2 years ago. Remember?
Yeah, that's
he just he opted out.
Here we go, and the first period's underway.
Right
Who's in
on,
that?
right.
Okay,
Byron
everybody-
Defoe, and who's at the other end? Marco Forrest. Okay. All right. What else is going
What
on?
is it? What it's Soupy versus
Allmark.
Why aren't we
Allmark.
watching the Florida game?
Yeah, I was watching that, but they're getting pumped though right now.
yeah. Florida's
Oh, are they?
destroying them. What's the point?
We can always flip around.
Florida's destroying Carolina.
4-0. Yeah.
I'm torn between this Boston-Toronto game because I normally cheer for whoever's playing the Leafs, but there's an exception here with Boston.
Yeah, I know. Boston's my new Detroit. Detroit was always the team that I hated because they played in the Leafs division, but now it's like Boston's the big rival because of the finals in 19.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first Leafs game I've actually sat down to watch.
I've watched one period. I actually watched the Tampa period. That was it.
The thing that was funny is you two guys are Leafs fans, and when we came up with the idea to watch a Leafs game, both of you were like, "Ugh." I don't know, which is hilarious.
How do you
'cause
watch your hockey, Brox?
I'm sorry?
How do you watch your hockey? Are you just on CBC then, or what?
Yeah, I got a couple of Android boxes with the NHL Network. I got Bell
okay.
too. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, there's always.
He's got a cameraman. He's got a cameraman in Toronto right now.
That's
with a
right,
direct
yeah.
feed to his living room.
yeah. No, it's
There's a truck outside in his driveway.
you have to have the Android box for the gazebo outside, so that's kind of important. So, yeah,
Speaking of the gazebo, you got a couple wingers on the bench in there, don't you?
I do.
Sitting in the room warming up?
I got Mr. Steven Smelt and Mr. Mike Taylor sitting in my gazebo right now, having a few soda pops and watching my puppy while I'm sitting right here. So yeah,
You got a puppy?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What kind of puppy is it?
We'll call him an Hound X.
Oh, geez. Okay.
His name is Willard.
Lovely.
And he's actually right now his best friend right now is Mike Taylor's 3-year-old lab. So they've been playing all afternoon. So he actually is sleeping on the gazebo with Smeltzy right now. So it makes life a lot easier. But yeah, for all you parents out there, I mean, it's only a puppy, and I've had my moments. I've had my moments. So, yeah. Kudos to all those parents out there that yeah. Yeah.
What a save.
Oh, what a save.
Oh,
what
man.
a save.
They hit the post,
suck.
dude.
Oh, another one.
I'm just watching it on my own feed, and it's nice and smooth. It's a bit choppy.
Where's it?
Yeah.
Where's his stick?
Same.
No, I think someone threw it in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the ref there.
Just fired it up in the fifth row.
Is Sundin playing?
Yeah.
Speaking of throwing it in the crowd, what did you guys think of the Hughes celly? The overtime Hughes celly, where he scored in overtime and just skated over and chucked his stick into the crowd.
Which one?
Did you guys
I
see
didn't
that?
see
Which
that.
Hughes?
I didn't see that.
Jack Hughes in
Jersey?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. He scored in overtime, and then more or less he was coming from left to right, scored, and then as he was circling, he just chucked his stick into the crowd. It was
Nice work. Yeah.
Nice.
Only
it was good
Ovechkin
times.
sort of like pushed for, like showboaty sellies to go on. Like it was more in his early years. Like there was one where he put the stick down on the ice and he was fanning his hands on it like it was hot.
That was like his 50th goal.
Yeah.
His 50th goal of the season or something.
I know, but
It was-
Listen, I'm all for showing up. I will admit, summertime. That one made me nervous. That made me cringe.
It did, eh?
It made me cringe.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah.
Because you know what? Listen,
Because there's not.
I love Ovi, but that was that's bad.
Over the top, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, that one was like a planned one. That one was like
It
more
was.
football,
That was like an NFL goal.
a football selling.
That's right.
Yeah.
He
That's
was,
right. Oh,
he
there's
was
a
driving
man.
in his Ferrari on the way to the rink. He's like, "How can I do this?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna basically pretend I'm at the campfire and basically throw in a hot stick." So, yeah,
And like Backstrom started to skate away. Like I don't have nothing to do with that. I no.
Listen.
He's like, no, where are you going?
Then you
Come
got
back.
Kuznetsov with the bird.
no.
That's
See,
right.
oh,
I
Yeah,
can stop.
like
I can
that.
stop this conversation real quickly. There's not a single better celebration than Timo Solani, glove in the air, shotgun, shoot the duck out of the air.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
best.
Like,
Was that like a 70-something goal or something?
yeah, you can do whatever you want if you score 70.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like Kachuk's Frank the Tank Sally. Scored a nice goal today in that auto game.
Oh yeah.
Frank the Tank. I don't remember that from the movie, but
Me neither, but I just like how it sounds.
yeah, it does.
What do you mean? You
Oh.
don't remember? He's standing in the middle of the college party, and everybody's Frank the Tank, Frank the Tank.
But he doesn't do that like shimmy
Yeah, the
shuffle
shimmy
thing that
I don't know. I'll have to watch it again.
He does the shimmy shake inside the house after about the 14th funnel.
Oh, he
There you
does? Yeah, all right. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not sure how I feel about Brady being named captain. I think he probably needed another year or so under his belt before we.
But do you not think that that was part of like the contract? You know,
Maybe.
Like,
man,
listen, here's
maybe.
a bunch of money. This is your team. You're the captain. Have a legacy.
Listen, if you have to tell somebody that in a contract, that he probably shouldn't be your captain to begin with. Like,
Do you
I would
think he would have done
agree.
that with Tavares, though? I was a bit surprised when they made him captain, to be honest.
I think Toronto got nervous. They had gone so long without a captain. I think they just didn't want. I think they just didn't want to screw it up.
But Martin Matthews is the face. But
I was
He's
a little
the-
surprised
I know.
that they didn't actually name Morgan.
and Morgan
Riley.
Riley, yeah.
Yeah, but first of all, was Matthews
Oh! Sorry.
was
close.
Matthews the face once he only signed a 5-year contract?
Yeah, I thought of that too. I don't think he's going to stick around, to be honest. I'd be shocked.
He'll get the C in Arizona.
But remember what I said? Why would you do that?
Did you say this? Did you say the C or the key to Arizona?
Yeah.
Both. That'll be in the contract too.
Oh yeah, because he's from Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my formative
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
I don't want to do anything close to home. I want to play as far away from my family and friends as possible. And then when I'm older, I'll come home and, be a hero, be a Spezza,
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the
that's
end
the
of the
point.
day, no one really knows this, but Gary Bettman owns the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah. And he has for a few years.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's the most non-profitable team ever in any sports history possible.
And have a look at their stats this year in the standings. It's absolutely
real?
breathtaking to see it.
Bettman owns Arizona.
10,
He's the owner.
What is it? 10-0. Yeah, the league owns the team, don't they? Arizona.
league
Oh, the
owns the
league.
team.
The league. Right. Okay.
Arizona 0-10-1. Love it.
And they're getting
Yeah.
kicked out by their landlords.
1 point.
Listen, I mean,
It's like the free space on a bingo card. That's what they got.
It is.
so this is where Bettman's ego gets in the way. I mean, it was one of those teams that Bettman got into the league. Listen,
Yep.
how many who could actually survive in doing what they do and not get help? Like, it's crazy how much Bettman in the league has helped that team, and it makes no sense. Just move it. You know what? I joke about going to Quebec, but no. If that works, that's great. But move it somewhere where it works for the league and for the owner.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's a joke.
Yeah. They're getting kicked out by their landlord. You can't really name anybody who's played there for longer than 5 years other than Shane Doan.
Oh, there's some superstars, dude. Don't forget Marian Hossa, Chris Pronger. Who else?
Yeah, they've all
plays
been
down
there. They've all been there for a cup of coffee.
No, I'm talking,
They've all popped
I'm
in.
talking about their contracts are there because they were dumped, because they were retired or injured.
Yeah, true enough.
Marian Hossa went to
No, he never did. His
Arizona?
contract did.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's
Really?
contract goes to Arizona.
Yeah, because they
Oh,
needed to get to the
fuck.
cap limit, right? So they dumped their contract down there. But I agree, though.
I
Like,
didn't know that.
and I'm starting to feel the same way with Buffalo. I mean, they've had some success in the past, but it's bad in Buffalo.
Well, they had a good start to the season. They just
Yeah, they're doing
I
good
don't know
right
what's
now.
happening.
Yeah, but
right.
okay, but you know what? Even in Buffalo, though, you don't have to be completely winning. You just need to be in that mix. Buffalo's a hockey town, but there's 3 levels of Buffalo: like bad, medium, and then god awful. And the
There's more levels to Buffalo than just
yeah,
4.
but the god awful part of it is there's 8,000 fans. Like Langford and I took road trips from when we lived at Montcalm, and there was 8,000 fans in Buffalo, and we could just sit wherever we wanted.
Yeah.
But they were bad.
Yeah, but the guy. It doesn't matter though. You could move anywhere you wanted. You could move anywhere you wanted as long as you could see the Earl of Bud doing his dance. You remember the Earl of Bud?
Yeah. But don't forget too. I mean, you hit your nail on the head too. You're getting a lot of Southern Ontario going to Buffalo.
Yeah,
But you're getting like a lot of nobody going to Arizona, to Phoenix.
Yeah. Where would you like to see them go?
Oh, me?
Where do you think that, like, if they were to move, where do you think they're going?
Like I said, like, I mean, I can be biased and say come to Canada, but like, I mean, to me at this point,
Yeah.
I just
Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, but just put it somewhere that is. I'm not sure what you classify better than Arizona, but I mean, just I think it can be better, and there's multiple places that can be better.
Kansas City?
Hartford.
Yeah, go Hartford.
I said we go back to Hartford.
Atlanta.
Bring back.
Oh,
Atlanta.
yeah.
3
I
times
think
the charm.
I think Atlanta's lost their chance.
Really?
Yeah.
3 times the charm.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Bruins are on the board.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh, get Reimer out of the net. Get Reimer out of the net now.
Did Hall even
Muzzin's
touch
not
that?
happy.
I want Quebec so bad because I would like Brockley. We all know this because we grew up in Canada, but those Montreal-Quebec rivalries were awesome.
Oh, fuck, were they?
Awesome,
Yes,
and
they
that
were.
wasn't
Is that
just
in?
hockey. That
Yeah.
was like that's culture.
So Langford, you
was
guys
war.
wouldn't understand this, but Langford, growing up, do you remember like on Saturday nights, like Channel 2 or 5 had either the Leafs or the Canadians?
Yeah,
Like it was never either. It was never like it's CBC, but one had the other. And the only time when there was a Leafs game on that I would flip back was when the Canadians were playing the Nordiques because of just because of the rivalry and just seeing what was going on. And I mean, listen, I don't follow enough to know if it would succeed in Quebec again, but I won't lie, I would love to see it back there.
I'd love to see it. Yeah, I agree.
Do you think they could do like something similar to like they do in the NFL with like the Giants and Jets? Like, could they double up?
No. Are you talking
Like,
about
could you
are you talking about the same arena?
No, like what I mean is like the same market. Like, could you see a team going into Hamilton, Ontario,
Or
or
Markham.
going into or the Mississauga team being added?
Yeah. Well, they were
Like
floating
something
that
like
idea,
Oshawa.
eh? Have a third
Yeah,
Ontario team.
Like, do you think that would ever be a possibility?
So
I think that's a
my theory.
possibility.
My theory is that you could put any team you want in Ontario, and people will go because they're hockey driven, and they will see the visiting team no matter who the home team is, anyways. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So, like, I mean,
Yeah.
you put a second team in Markham to say it's the Markham,
North Toronto, somebody's
and
Come on, who is that guy?
somebody's.
Right there? Is that Tavares? What a
so, I mean,
The somebodies.
just it could work. I mean, the money's there in Ontario. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the no-brainer. Doesn't matter. Like even Hamilton, when they were getting a team, like they already had 15,000 people solidified for season tickets already.
yeah.
So the money's there
Yeah.
because I mean, you still get to see the teams you want to see, right? So.
Where do you think they'd put it? Like if there was a third team in Ontario, where would it be? Do you think it would be like a Golden Horseshoe team?
Oshawa.
Like would it be in Niagara?
I think you're looking more. No, I think you're more like I think you are looking at Vaughan, Markham.
North Toronto?
Yeah, I think you are.
Not Whitby or Pickering?
No, I think they
No?
they can only handle the Generals once. You know, that's enough for that. So
What about like Windsor?
Yeah, Windsor, Detroit. How would that work?
Like Windsor or like I don't know, down that
Because
way.
remember, there's that whole area, that whole territorial thing, you know? Like you'd have to pay, because Ottawa had to pay Toronto a bunch of money to have that team there because they're kind of in their area, aren't they?
Listen, I don't.
That's right.
I don't even want to argue where it is because I'll take it wherever it is because it just might alleviate some of the problems that we have trying to get. I mean, it's. I'm not. You're not.
You can't get Leafs tickets.
Well, you can, but I mean, like you pretty much have to give your kidney to go to a game now. So it's pretty much like it's crazy. Thanks.
It's because your power play makes $50 million.
Jesus.
Oh wait, that's a power play.
No, on paper, it's a power play.
Yeah.
Like you hate to do it, but I almost want to just send out your PP1 as Spezza, Simmons, Bunting, whatever. Like you got nothing to lose now at this point.
Yeah, I don't understand why Spezza doesn't have a bigger role on the power play.
Yeah,
the top power play is he's so creative and he's so calm with the puck when he has time.
He has been playing well this year.
Meanwhile, he just did a belly flop in front of the net. You see that?
Yeah, he's okay.
As we're talking about.
Someone, was it Pat Quinn say? Heard O'Neill say, someone thinks there's Zamboni in the crease there tonight. Someone thinks there's a Zamboni out there. I love it when O'Neill does his impressions of Pat Quinn. They're hysterical.
O'Neill's a
Sorry, go on.
Oh! I gotta put myself on mute.
Look at those Byron Defoe. So as Brockley and I have talked about, it's like the regular season for the Leafs to me means absolutely nothing. Like I watched the overtime of that Tampa game on the replay because Joe Bowen called it, and I knew it was going to be absolutely ridiculous, and it was. But I don't care. Like wait till the playoffs and see what they do. All my years being a fan, though, this last year was the year where I was just like, I kicked myself for being so emotionally invested in thinking this team was, could do something.
Well, they had that promise, man, right? They were going to do something. They made a documentary that
I know, which I'll never watch.
I have not watched 1 second. I have not watched 1 second.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I suck it right now.
Fuck. I didn't even know there was
I think it's
doco.
funny because every Leafs fan I know, including you, Langer, like I got that sense that you thought it was your year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, having gone through and suffered just almost as long as you, well, not long as you anymore, but having suffered as a St. Louis fan, getting over the hump, the feeling that you were having last year, I was looking at the Leafs and going, nope, it's not their year. Because they were too good from the get-go. And
I thought they were going to go deep in the playoffs, at least the conference finals.
Didn't know.
That's what I thought.
I didn't know. There were several years that I went through, oh, shit, is this going to count? Is this going to count?
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Punchy. I know what you're saying, but I can't side with your argument because to me,
I didn't get to
Louis
finish
is not
it
an
either.
original six team. I mean, they came in the last time the Leafs won the cup, but I mean, a team that's been around 100 years and has only won 13 cups, and the last one was in '67. That's not good enough. Yeah,
but the way that I can explain it is if you look in the rear view at the teams of yesteryear who won the cup, they're not the teams that are winning the cup now. The teams that are winning the cup now are having moments within their season in which they face like serious adversity and come back and unify as a team to like make a run to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, you get
or
hot.
to make and then or they'll have like there's some kind of story to it. Whereas last year the Leafs, it was like, okay, they're good this year, but there was nothing really that they had come across or faced. Like when St. Louis had won the year before, they were in last place in January. And like when the Lightning won, it was like they had gotten eliminated in so many first rounds all the way through. And then they made a bunch of deals at the deadline, which is something that they kind of didn't do a lot in other years. Whereas last year, the Leafs, it kind of felt like they crippled themselves and were stagnant for a lot of the year. And then they went down
they started to fall apart at the end.
Key points.
At the end of the
yes,
season.
they started to fall apart. Yes. Whereas this year, when I look at this year with the Leafs compared to last year, I'm like, I have more hopes for the team this year in the fact that they went through some shit last year in which they had everybody around them thinking that they were going to be the one, and they didn't face anything. And you know what I mean? I don't know. I want to see the Leafs win a cup now because St. Louis has. But that's pretty much it.
No.
Oh,
There
Ottawa's
should be a
never going to
fucking
win
delay
a cup.
game penalty. No.
There's like 100 guys
No.
in the crease,
No.
first of all.
That's not counting. There's no way that's
So
going to
the
count.
net's
Yeah,
off.
no.
The net's off.
Bergeron saves
Oh my
it at
God!
the goal
Why are
line.
they even
And
arguing?
he
That's
does.
not even
I know. Why are they
close.
looking
They're
at this?
wasting
Net was
time.
off. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so
Delay a
Does
game.
Bergeron save it on the line?
are they
No,
looking to
that's-
see if Bergeron pushed
Bergeron-
him into the net, put it off?
Yeah. Like,
does
if
that
Muzzin
matter?
got a
Does that
penalty
matter?
for knocking the net off.
I don't know.
It looks like Bergeron saves it on the goal line with his foot.
Well, the
That's-
net's off by about
that's what I
14
saw.
feet.
Doesn't matter. Puck was going in by.
Yeah. And it was like 5 minutes before
What
the
did Smeltz say? He's
You heard
fire
that, eh?
strikes. He doesn't give a shit. Yeah. I
Yeah,
always love when guys that don't care about the Leafs chime in. It's hilarious.
yeah.
And Smeltz is like the best because he's like, I friggin' hate Toronto. I don't give a shit about Toronto.
No, he knows. Toronto smells his
Yeah, look at
second
Bergeron.
favorite team.
Yeah.
Second favorite. I'm just saying. They're
But when you're the second
Behind
favorite
Ottawa?
team, you can chirp.
He has knee pads for Carter Hart. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, they're looking. Oh, that's in. That's in.
I feel the goalie's
It's
at
not
the power
in.
2
The
seconds.
net was off, like,
It's in,
6
but the
minutes
net was
ago.
off by 14 feet before the puck even crossed the net.
Okay, so what are we saying? Is it a goal or no goal?
No goal.
No
Hurry
goal. Delay a game penalty for Boston. Bergeron sits 2 minutes.
But can that?
For
Langer?
what? I'm going to say it's no goal because the net was off.
They're knocking
Smelty,
the
what are
net
you
off.
saying?
Goal or no goal, Smeltsy?
goal, boys, because Bergeron pushed him in, knocked him off the puck.
Is that what they're looking at? Okay.
Does that
right.
count though? If
I think
Bergeron?
it's going to be a goal, too.
Smelty Koharski called it, so we'll see.
Kolarski.
Oh,
for a minute, Brock.
welcome to the show, Smelty.
All right, boys. What's going on here, fellas? I feel like we're in the game here. What's going on? Looking tight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
we're
we're-
trying to figure it out.
Well, it's getting.
It's a
How you
tough
doing,
call here.
Smelty?
Boys, nice to meet you, fellas. Yeah, it was getting pretty
Likewise.
intense out here on the back porch. Actually, Taylor and I were having a little bit of an argument about this ourselves, but I believe it's a good goal because Bergeron pushed him in, knocked the net off, and if I believe the rule review would be that since the puck was on its way in prior to, and it was pushed off because of the cause of Bergeron here, knocking Tavares in, we got
Yeah.
ourselves a good goal, boys.
Yep. Yo.
Smelty McCreary.
Here we go.
Well done.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Here it comes.
a good
Here
call.
it comes.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, that's a good angle right there.
Yeah, the puck,
Yeah,
the net's
crosses
off.
on.
The net is off, but the net can be off.
Oh, there we go, and we got a 1-1 game. Fucking
Oh,
here we go.
jeez. That's a
go.
bit of a shocker.
Highlight reel goal
I
right
didn't
there.
expect that.
Fucking
That is highlight stuff, fellas.
Put that on the highlight reel.
That is a good goal.
How are we doing here tonight, boys? How will you guys feel about the Leafs this year? I'm a little confused myself, actually.
You just kind of walked into the tail end of that, but we can circle back if you want.
A little bit.
Yeah, we were just having a
Sourdough's an
yawn
Ottawa
about it.
fan,
What
so
do you?
he's just like, I can't believe it.
We'll see.
Are you a Leafs fan, Smelty?
I'm a diehard Flyers fan. First of all, I will report that straight
Okay.
up. But I am a secondary Leafs fan for sure. I'm a secondary Leafs fan, but so I
That's what I was saying. I'm a St. Louis fan myself, and I'm a secondary Leafs fan as well.
well, I think as a Canadian, if you're going to pick a team, it's
I'm
gotta
a
be the
Sens
Leafs,
fan,
really, especially
and
being from
not
Ontario.
a secondary
you have to,
Leafs
so.
fan at all.
But at the end of the day, last year I actually put I spend a couple of bills every year putting money down prior to the season on a Stanley Cup champion, and last year I did pick the Leafs.
There was the first mistake.
That's exactly what we think as Sens fans.
They just disappear, right? Because they don't have anything to talk about. So that is what it is. But yeah. No, so I dropped a couple bills on the
Fuckers.
Leafs to win the Cup last year, and I was disappointed. But a lot of
What were the odds?
I got them at what was it? They were I put 100. Actually, it was $100 to put on the Leafs, and I think I was paying out almost 800. So, but yeah, the problem is all those injuries last year, right? So this year I saw the changes, and I'm like, I don't know about this. This is a bit of a gong show. Nick Ritchie's about the chubbiest, laziest bugger I've ever met.
I know, eh?
Yeah. You might as well like put skates on Phil Kessel with no hands and no speed.
Yeah,
like,
he
really.
goes to Denny's before the game.
Exactly, right? Like, have a couple more hot dogs there, Phil Kessel, without speed and hands. Like, what are you doing? He's brutal. I didn't like him as a Peterborough Pete. I don't like him as a Toronto Maple Leaf either.
He was dirty when he played for the Petes. I remember that.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? So here's my big thing, guys, and this is one of the things that drives me a little crazy about the Toronto Maple Leafs and their fans. So Freddie Anderson gets booed out of town, basically, right after a terrible year last year. Freddie Anderson's the number one goaltender in the league behind what would be one of a decent defense. They're not the best defense in the league, but they're pretty good, boys. Mm-hmm. And Freddie Anderson's putting on a show in Carolina here. So what does that tell you about your Toronto Maple Leafs? Right? It's a tough show.
Yeah. Freddie got lit up today.
Yeah, he's on the bench now, but yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen, though, right? Well, listen, if you're an NHL goaltender, I've been lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree here, boys, so as a goaltender. So Langford knows what that's like. It happens every once in a while.
Oh, my gosh. So we got another goalie. Smeltz, you a goalie, too.
I was for a while, but then I got out. I was smart enough to get out. And then, unfortunately, my son, I was dumb enough to let him talk me into him being a goaltender. What a bad idea that was. So, but
that's a costly decision.
Expensive mistake.
You know, I had to remortgage my house just to pay for his pads. It's ridiculous. My God,
2 seasons out of him, and that's it.
Well, like, 2.
But he looks great.
Yeah, at this age, he was 13, 14, right? Like I had to buy him pads mid-season last year, so it's ridiculous. But anyways, look at you, Langs. Look at the hat. What do you got going on there?
Well, we're getting into summer down here, so I'm just hanging out on Sunday.
Oh, I forgot, man. I'll tell you what. This is the time to go down there, man. We're making a trip down there next year, buddy. Coming down.
Hopefully everything's sorted out because you can.
Oh, absolutely. It better be because I've had about enough of this stuff, fellas. Nothing but, even how much? Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? I'd be doing this on the back porch, boys. Summertime hockey? It doesn't get any better than that. Really?
Not only that, but it's 1:45 in the afternoon right now, tomorrow.
Well, see, even better.
It is tough when you get January when it's really hot out. And the game's on at noon, and it's like, well, we're supposed to go to the beach, or you want to do summer stuff. I'm like, I think you just sit inside for 3 hours and watch hockey.
Absolutely, yeah. What happened to summertime? Like, what we got talking about the Sens, and he passed out, or what happened there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to Ottawa. Who knows?
Well, it could be. It's a long trip, man.
See, what happens is, on Riding Pine, it's just a bunch of us shooting the breeze and telling some stories. Every once in a while, one of us has to take a shift. That's all.
I hear you.
Coach looks down the bench, gives us the nod, and you got to do what you got to do for the team, and you come back when you're ready to go.
Well, I hear you.
So Smeltz, when you come to New Zealand, we'll get you on this squad right here. Pack your skates, and you come play for the Traveling Goons.
Oh, we can do that for sure. Let me know what we got to come down. Did we do this in the summertime though? Is this a summertime thing? If we're doing this in the summertime,
whenever we're not in lockdown, we can play hockey.
Oh, we're doing that then for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Summer, what's up, buddy?
You're back.
Missed you. Good shift.
Yeah. Well, it's too bad.
Good shift.
We're really upset not to hear from the Sens fan there for a minute.
Turn your vocals up, Somerville. Can't hear you say.
Dial on.
How's that?
Turn the headphones up.
Turn
the headphones up,
absolutely.
Bro.
Any better or what?
Here's a question for you guys before I leave you guys on a soft note here. How do we feel about this whole this Jack Eichel trade thing here? I'm curious to see how you guys feel about this.
You had to go. I've been to Buffalo before.
Yeah. Well, listen, we've been to Buffalo.
I've been to Buffalo and I've been to Vegas. I think he won the trade.
Well, won the trade.
Man,
sure.
I think he's a prima donna. Hey, Deanie Donner.
That's a tough one, man. It's a weird thing. How often do you see like a franchise player go like that, right?
But he got the coach fired. Like, depending on how you look at it, there's 2 ways. So Jeff O'Neill had a good point. He was like, it's your career. You have one career. You should have control over it. But I understand what you're saying too, Somerville. Like, have some honor. And it seemed like he got to do whatever he wanted. Fire the coach, fire the GM. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, they
Didn't do
gave
anything
him
wrong
the
in
keys to
Buffalo.
the castle, and
the keys to
I think at the end of the day, he probably woke up and had to drive through Lackawanna on the way to the rink. It was like, I can't do this anymore. It smells like shit.
I mean, I get it, but you know, they're a rebuilding team. He was, you know, that franchise, that cornerstone,
Buffalo wing.
the keystone player, and then he just became a bitch. Like, I know it sucks, man, but I mean, that's kind of what defines your
So what
character.
would've happened
working through those tough
if
years.
McDavid
You know?
went to Buffalo and Eichel went to Edmonton.
That's a great point.
I was just
thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, can you imagine?
Oh,
yeah,
literally going to say too, the toughest thing about Jack Eichel is Jack Eichel was a superhero in college, and then all of a sudden he went into the draft and there was a guy named Connor McDavid in there, so he became second fiddle forever.
Oh yeah.
And it was
no, didn't Eichel go against? It was Eichel and
No,
another
McDavid and
I-
Eichel, and then
no,
Matthews.
it was
That-
McDavid
Matthews
or
was the
Eichel.
next year. Yeah.
Yeah, Matthews
What?
went the next year with Line.
That's
and
it.
Line's
Yeah.
another
That's
guy.
right.
Line's another guy, second fiddle, and look at him. He's in a different location.
Listen, you have no
Right?
idea what I would do for a second fill to pan out like
Yeah, but
Laine
again-
or Eichel, because I got friggin' James Van Riemsdyk with the Flyers as number 2, and let me tell you guys know his Leafs, he's useless, absolutely useless, terrible,
Yeah.
one of
I
those
think he's got
lazy
a
guys.
He's got a nice house. I think he's from like Connecticut, right? So I think he's got a nice just close to
JVR?
mom and dad. And,
Oh, he's from New
Yeah.
Jersey, man.
Did you guys see that right there? Did you guys? Oh wait, I did. Sorry.
is he? I thought he was from Connecticut.
that
His
was
parents
pathetic.
were
from
rich.
Nylander.
No, he's a Jersey
Tried to go
boy
between the legs there.
It better be a nice part of Jersey then.
for sure.
Watch this.
I
Watch
thought-
this. Nylander
I thought
tries to be
JVR
super
is
fancy
actually-
and fucks it up. Watch.
Why go
It's
between the
stone
legs
skate.
there? There's no need for it. He hit himself in his own
No,
skate.
absolutely not.
See,
Oh, that's
Great
what
move, buddy.
He tried. Excellent move.
That's 11:30 at Kingsman on Sunday night. That's what that is.
absolutely.
That-
Wait, and the best part
That
is,
was a.
did you see the guy and him laughing at the draw there? He's like, dude, that was terrible. You look like an
You're
idiot.
brutal.
Yeah,
That's the NHL. That's how it goes, right? People always ask.
That was a $7 million move right
Yeah,
there.
people want to know what they're talking about in the face-off dots and all that. They're getting down there, but he's like, man, that's fucking embarrassing. Like,
Look
do
at
you
them
realize
all
what you
laughing
just
at him
did
on the
there?
bench.
Yeah, you see what I
Terrible.
mean? That's what they're talking about. You realize how bad you just looked on TV there, bud, in front of millions?
You're terrible at hockey, man.
Oh, yeah. FYI, because you're going to make the
Making
bloopers
mama
tonight,
proud.
you're buying everybody dinner. Yeah. Dinner's on you tonight, boys. You make the bloopers, fellas, you're buying dinner. That's
Yeah.
how the NHL works, right there. Yeah. Blooper boy, you get dinner.
Ah, that's funny.
Anyways, fellas, I'm going to tap out because
Oh.
as much as I love the Leafs and love to chat about them all night, because I'm just saying, just for the record too, anyone who likes Justin Hall is no friend of mine. I'm just telling you right now, Mike. All right, Mike. Wait, we're not done yet. Okay, I'm gonna finish on this note because Mike Brockley, I don't know, he loves him. I can't figure it out. No idea why. He's awful, but I'm telling you right now. He's been benched for a reason. As much as everybody loved Babcock, and Justin Hall sat in the friggin' press box for the whole year while Babcock was there, Babcock nailed that one, okay?
Yeah, I'll give him that.
He's awful. He's terrible. And the reason Muzzin's had such a bad year is because of number 3, dirty Justin Hall beside him. Terrible. Awful stuff, fellas. I'm just saying. But anyways, boys, it's been a pleasure. Nice to meet you. And I'm going to tap out. Got to go get another.
Smeltzy
Yeah,
your
I can
duty.
hear you're on empty there.
I know.
Yeah, thanks for
Flyers
coming on
drink.
the show, Schmeltzy.
Go take a couple shifts. We'll see you in the third period, Smeltzy.
All right,
Remember,
boys,
remember Smeltzy Carter Hart played good at the World Juniors. Just remember that.
Yeah, he skipped a year last year, but we're back on track again. So it's okay. Skip a year where we're not going to go for the cup, and that's all right. We're not worried about that.
Oh, Smelty, before you go, does he get one of the spots in the net on Team Canada?
Yeah, he's in net.
Who's in net? Oh man, that's a tough one. If Carey Price isn't out with his mental health issues, along with Marc-Andre Fleury, even Fleury right now, it's a tough one because he's playing so bad, right? So, and this is the problem with
he's
net.
having a terrible time right now.
What do you do if you're the coach of Team Canada? You're going, what the hell do I do? Because I had some of the best goaltenders in the world. But now I don't have Carey Price. I don't have Marc-Andre Fleury. Like, where do you go after that, right? So,
well, Smelty, I'll let you know, and I'll let them know I'm
Darcy
always available,
Kemper.
buddy.
I would put my money on you, Langford. I'm not going to lie to you.
Carter Hart.
I've seen the moves. I've seen the flexibility. Even in your current age and state, I'm willing to bet you could still hold us in there. Our team's that good.
Thanks, buddy. That's where we're friends.
That's right, buddy. That's right. Yeah. You get the
You're
China start
starting
after
against
that. We're going
China.
to put the other goalie in, and he's
Hey,
going to ride the
listen,
rest of
if I started in that China game, I guarantee you we'd win it. We'd win it in overtime. I'd make sure I make that save.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you'd win it 21-20.
That's right. I'd make that save.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Absolutely. All right, fellas. Peace out. I'm going to let Brock in here before he has a heart attack. So I'll let him back in the house. See you, boys.
See you in half an hour, Smelty.
You betcha,
Good
buddy.
chat, Smelts. So
Yeah,
Schmelzy's
so we
Yeah,
went to
another
primary
another buddy
school and
from
high
home,
school
or is
together.
he
I played
like a
lacrosse
friend of
with
a friend?
Smelty.
Yeah.
He was a neighborhood kid. But
Oh,
he's a year older than me.
okay.
Again, like he was Brockley's age.
Right.
So
Right.
he was around, but we didn't start hanging out till we were in our 20s.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Nope.
enjoys
When the
enjoys
age
a
didn't
stiff
matter.
beverage.
Yeah. You just
And
a cool
Yeah.
dude.
lots of ice.
Lots.
Lots
Yeah,
of
sounds that
ice.
Lots of ice.
Yeah, he enjoys a campfire and a nice cold drink.
You know what? Summertime and Punchy, you'll understand. Smelty right there
Watching
is the guy that like it doesn't matter. Like you could call. We're going camping for 4 days, and he'll just say yes. He's like he doesn't need to know where we're going. You just just that guy where it's like we're going for 4 days, no problem. I'll pick you up at 9. You're like,
I'm in.
yeah, like
Is he the guy that
In an
only
IGA
brings some,
shopping bag?
dogs and a fucking
Summertime.
toothbrush? That's it. In an IGA
Hey,
shopping bag.
he's the polar opposite.
He brings a steamer.
Oh,
truck,
right.
does he? I don't remember
the
that.
kitchen
Like
sink.
Taylor and I went camping in like off like country camping, like nothing, like just on an island in the middle of nowhere. And Smelty brought enough drinking ice for 3.5 days.
Nice. That's not to keep the food cold. That's just
No.
to keep the drinks cold.
Just
No,
to
no,
keep
no, no.
like
Yeah.
cubed
No. Yeah.
drink like
Drinking ice.
yeah, like that's all he cared about was the drinking ice. Oh
Those
yeah.
hot dogs fired up. I've heard
Oh,
that
yeah.
a couple times. Are we gonna fire up those hot dogs or what?
What's
No,
that?
we should probably. No, I've heard Smelty proclaim that a couple of nights and 2 in the morning. We should fire those hot dogs up, boys. Let's fire them up.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's 2 things you don't have to worry about, Smelty. 1, ice for your drinks. 2, food. Like, yeah, there is no shortage of late night food with Smelty. So
When's Coach's Corner on?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I was just watching the.
is this the 1 year anniversary?
I'm flipping between streams here.
It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Oh, you're right. 2 years.
19. And then the whole world fell apart. Jim Leahy, it all happened. I was tracing it back. Jim Leahy died 2 days in 2017. 2 days later, Gord Downey died. Don Cherry gets fired, and the world goes to hell in a handbasket.
Yep.
Jesus.
What's going on? Still 4-2 in Florida. Nothing like seeing those two powerhouse, salt of the earth, purest hockey teams from North Carolina and Florida playing each other for the top of the league.
I see
That's
Owen
right.
Tippett has a few points.
That's right.
Yeah, I saw that. Local guy. So speaking of China, because there was talk that they were going to try and get China out of the hockey because that's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
And they've decided they're going to leave
It's
them.
terrible.
It's like, really?
It's a joke.
So
Yeah. I'd be scared being on the China team, thinking, okay, we are in way over our heads here. We do not have the manpower to even compete at this level.
and they're not allowed
People are going
nationals
to get
or,
fucking seriously hurt.
people because Korea, they were allowed to have like national guys get their citizenship. Because you remember who was on that Korea team, Brockley, was from Ennismore. What's his name?
There was Brian Young and Mike Smith.
Brian Young. Yeah. So China doesn't allow that. Like, but how do you play a game like that against China? How are you? You're Canada or the States or Russia won't care. They'll just light them right up. They don't even care. But how do you play that game?
Yeah, but I think history shows itself that there's always one of those games or two of those games in certain divisions where a team has just made the Olympics for the first time or should not be there. But they do play a certain team
By default, yeah.
Let's play Germany versus the USA national basketball team. I mean, it's kind of history shows that they've always played games like that, got your ass handed to you, and talked about it for about a day and a half until you played the next game.
Mm.
I mean, like Nick Antropov got drafted because of one game.
Right, he was in Ukraine or someplace?
I mean, when you have 17 points in one game, you're probably going to get drafted. Yeah, please.
I did not know that.
Google that. I don't want to. I mean,
Right.
I'm not right, but I think they beat some team like 24-2, and he got like 16 points. I mean,
17. Yeah.
he was an okay player, but it was
What?
Nick Antropov.
Who is this? Nick Kyprios?
There was some Division
Antropov,
2 or some World Junior game that was out of hand that it might as well been a pond hockey game somewhere,
Renfrew or someplace.
Yeah, so
Renfrew, Ontario. You know exactly where that is, don't you, Somerville? There you go.
mm-hmm.
I've been there a few times, yes.
They're just showing McDavid's goal for the zillionth time. Did you see that, Somerville? Oh my god.
I did, man. I did. Yeah.
They won in overtime.
Did they end up losing, though, in
Pugliarvi
overtime,
scored.
the Oils? They won in overtime, eh? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. Yeah, that was something special, man. Fuck. The fact that the puck came out offside and he was going to charge right away, noticed somebody was still in the zone, turned around, looked like he was going to pass to someone, saw an opening. The C's didn't even split. He just,
like you said, he actually skated through the first three and deked out the fourth and the goalie.
Yeah,
This is why he was saying everyone's scared to go near him, right?
It's just insane. Well, if you try and play the body, he'll just go around you, and if you try and play the puck,
when I saw that, and when you mentioned it earlier about being afraid, do you remember in that old Rock'em Sock'em video, it was like the first one, and Don's talking about Bobby Orr, and how like no one would go near him because he'd go hide, and then he'd keep running away, and then finally when everyone left him, he'd go down, go through everyone, and score.
Well, because back then no one could catch Bobby Orr.
Yeah.
So he would take the puck into the offensive zone, and no one would even be close to him. So he would bring it back out to the center ice and skate back in. So, Don Cherry at the time said he made some people look stupid. He kind of did, but I mean,
Yes.
he's those generational players that were above and beyond that time of their hockey, right? Like, so.
Or it was magical to watch, though.
Oh,
Yeah. I just wish I could have
yeah.
gone back in time to actually see it
Yeah.
in comparison to how it was. Like, again, I still, guys went to training camp to like get in shape. So the first month and a half of that season is going to be some rough hockey out there.
yep.
Yeah.
Because you're literally putting your dart out in the middle of the dressing room and then getting on the ice. Do a couple laps. Even at the cottage all summer.
That's right.
Yep. 100%.
Well, back to it. It's like Phil Kessel
Hey,
You know what? He's got a Stanley Cup
coming to
in his
training
house.
camp.
yeah,
30 pounds heavier.
and he's in there,
Two of them.
and he's in Arizona, so he can just basically just do nothing now.
I wonder if he's got like his local place. That he goes and just sits there and talks to the bartender. And it's just Phil. No one knows what Phil
Plays
does.
the pokey machine. Plays the pokey machine at the end of the bar.
He's playing
Guys.
Golden Tee in the back corner.
Guys, is there a guy in this world that loves Arizona more than Phil Kessel right now? Who are you? Who are you?
Probably not.
Flower shirt. Got the flip flops on.
Like he
You
could
got
have
the barbecue.
He could
That's
be
right.
double fisting hot
Exactly.
dogs in Arizona, and not one person says a single word.
Oh, I like to think that
He's
found a taco
probably.
stand down
I could just see him walking into the team gym, and you got like Lawson Krause on the bench, and Phil just kind of walks up and leans on the squat rack and eats his hot dog.
I know
What's
the
up,
only
guys?
the only gym that he's seen is
Yeah.
Jim's Pizzeria. There's not a fucking chance that he's seen a gym. Like seriously.
He comes in with a plastic shopping bag full of Shopsies and Maple Leaf hot dogs and puts them in the bar fridge next to his stall.
Yeah.
Hey boys, did you have a good summer?
Yeah.
Summer all the time at my house, guys. All the time. Summer.
There's our Stanley Cup champion right there. That's our leader.
Suddenly put an A on his chest.
Yeah.
For awesome.
Did you guys ever see the picture of his video room where there's just one chair? There's like it's like 150-inch TV, and there's one chair in the middle of the room. That's it. It's an empty house, like a movie theater room.
That reeks of no friends right there.
Zero friends on Facebook.
Yeah. Tyler Bozak left. He has no friends now.
Yeah, he calls him and he still won't come over though.
Yeah.
He's always busy.
Yeah.
Poor Phil. All I can see is like a classroom high school chair just sitting there in this room
Oh yeah.
with the metal legs,
Yeah.
Poor Phil.
He loves it there.
We got another special guest coming for this period coming up here. Another big time Leafs fan.
What part of the world is he
Got
coming
Wanny
from?
coming.
Oh, Wanny's coming, is
Oh,
he?
he's coming from right down the road. Yeah, right down the road.
Where's Wanny from again? I know he's from Toronto area.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
is
you'll
it?
be able to ask him
Mississauga?
here in a couple minutes when he pops in.
He's got the Kiwi vernacular, so you're going to hear some weird words in there, here and there.
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch.
He
of
might say sweet
Yeah.
ass, and if he says that, he's not talking about you have a sweet ass. It means like good or something. So,
Yeah.
do you reckon? Are you keen?
Do you reckon?
Are you keen? Do you reckon?
Are you
Do you
kidding?
have it sorted?
you might hear some stuff. She'll be right, eh?
Broccoli was
Just go
sending you a
pop it in a
text
rubbish
earlier,
bin.
and I realized when I read it back, there was a bunch of like Kiwiisms in it, and I thought, I gotta amend it so you understand what I'm saying.
I gotta edit this.
At that point, I already had enough liquid courage that I wouldn't have known any difference.
So what were you doing today, Brockley? You said you started earlier this afternoon. What were you doing?
Well, see, I was done work today at 10:30, in the morning. Came home and did some lawn work for a bit, and then Ash wanted some. So here's the thing, though. Like when she wanted lunch today, I'm like, I'll put some burgers on the barbecue. But it doesn't matter if it's Red Hots or burgers. For some reason, she wonders why every time I barbecue, it takes 2.5 hours to cook anything. But so I started the burgers around 1. So I figured you have to have a drink with the barbecuing. So so around 1:30 we had some burgers and dogs and a few drinks, and then like I said, guys, like if I had the gazebo going, but I was babysitting the dog pretty much the whole day. So sit in the back having a few drinks with the puppy and yeah, pretty much.
So just a typical Saturday, in other words.
No.
Typical Saturday.
No. The Saturdays you gotta. Yeah, it's you gotta change your schedule around a bit. Yeah, there's no more couch lounging. There's a lot of moving around.
Drinking with the puppy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's easier outside. I can keep moving around and making sure he's not getting anything. But yeah. So. It's definitely.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Who's that?
Oh, the second
know.
period started here. I'm watching Florida and
Who's
Carolina
this?
here.
Who are they showing pictures of here?
Someone's got a visor in Alaska, though.
The things you notice, eh?
Oh yeah. So you might get high sticked in Alaska.
Yeah. Mistaking you for a seal.
Yeah.
So, how do I say this? Fuck, I'm a little tipsy here, boys. I was gone for a while, just cutting up lemons, just to keep her going.
That's probably all you were cutting up.
Should I be doing? No. No dings for this guy. No dings.
Yeah, well,
Not on a Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, whatever we're working with here. Summer, how you been, man? Oh, here we go. We got Wanny.
Not bad.
Wanny, welcome to the watch party, buddy.
Oh,
How you doing,
jeez.
fellas?
What is going on? Do you have a mohawk right now?
Yeah, good.
Rocking
Yeah, what is going on there?
Hell yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Lockdown.
Well, right on. Are we recording this or what?
Oh, we're full recording.
Wow.
Right now. Good to see you, buddy.
That
You
is
watching
killer.
the game or what?
No, I just got home.
Oh, well, you're watching the second period with us. She's about to drop. Puck's about to drop here.
All right, fill me in.
hey Langer, are you
Do you
there?
turn the camera on with that head?
If I can go get Taylor, do you want Taylor in here right now? Yeah, bring him in. All right, 1 second.
Yeah, bring Tay. Yeah, we're just having a watch party with some boys back home.
Also,
How you doing, Wanny? Wanny's rocking a mohawk, Langer.
Can't see. You got to get the game off
Look
so
at
I
it.
can see what's going on. Turn that off.
Nice one.
Nice.
I love the serious one. That's killer.
Fins up.
He's outside.
You look like you're.
Right on.
Are you look like you're wearing a. Is it a Leafs jersey?
A Leafs
Is
jersey?
it a Leafs jersey or is it a karate gi?
TML.
That's like a.
I told my wife, I'm like, this is the hardest thing to put on ever.
Is that like
It's got a super low
is
cut.
that a Coho Leafs jersey?
Let's have a look. Oh no, she's got the CCM
Okay.
somewhere
All right.
on the sleeve.
Yeah, that's like a.
It's
like
one of
a
the,
sexy
old
cut
school
jersey.
ones.
It's like a low plunging neckline.
Well, it's just because I'm so small. That's all.
Low
Won't fill it in.
Plunging.
Fucking it.
So what'd you get up to then, Wanny?
I
Where
do
were you this morning?
a boot camp workout in the mornings at my school.
You can go to school.
Oh,
Well,
right.
but when you're double vaxxed and you got your little,
You're
passport
outside.
thingy, all
Yeah,
clear.
you get privileges.
Are you?
We
are
do
you
it
doing
outside. Yeah, we're in the
though,
gym, 2 meters
rather than
apart,
in the
and
gym?
do all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. You
No,
run it or you participate?
There's odd
in
times
it?
that I run it, but mostly just participate.
Yeah.
Not every morning.
Every
we do
morning?
it Tuesday, Thursday mornings, and then Sunday mornings, and the odd Saturday. So yeah, keeping myself.
All
fit.
right. Yeah. Yeah, good for
Oh,
you.
just
How
an
long does
hour.
it run for?
Ooh.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. No, me and a couple, the inline, like Marku, Dan O'Hanlon, we went out and had a skate in the city yesterday. Had a bit of a stick and skate session in
Nice.
just in a big parking lot.
Oh yeah. There's a
yeah,
spot
by the
down there.
silo
Good
park.
spot.
Yeah, it was cool. It was gorgeous. Yeah, man. Oh fuck, lots of talent. But yeah, no, good spot. They even got floodlights so we can play at night as well. So yeah, if you're keen, Wanny, I think we're probably going to go out again on, I don't know.
Yeah, let me know,
Tuesday,
because
Thursday,
I've just
maybe?
got that new net. I'm keen to put it
Okay.
to proper use.
Oh,
It's
do you have
proper
a fold-down
4x6,
net as
like
well?
steel pipes and everything, and just I gotta fix the
Yeah.
actual netting because it
Does it
doesn't
fold
wrap
flat?
around to cover the full sides. So like if you shoot, it might go through, and then you gotta go get it.
You gotta
Whatever.
go get it.
Yeah. Oh, so it's a proper like I got a net. You can sort of see that there, but it's I don't know that it's full size. I think it's a bit smaller, but it folds flat. So I
Oh,
got
really?
it in the car.
Oh,
It's like
sweet.
literally folds flat. It's kind of cool, but yeah. Anyway, I got it at center ice. A little bit of a
Yeah.
value
Well,
package.
In fact, since you asked about that, there's a guy, Sam Nemirov, him and a Japanese fellow, and I think
Yeah.
Levon Evans. They do a
Ichiro
little
Goshin.
inline thing out at Penmuir. Is it Penmuir or Penrose? One of those two. They do a little
That's
skate.
Skateland.
No, not skate.
All right.
Oh, it's
Is this Pamir?
No.
yeah.
parking lot
Penmuir
or
does have
something.
that skate land,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think those guys they go somewhere else.
No. Brockley,
Yeah, I don't
this
know
is,
that skate land's
the
open
Wanamaker.
yet.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Wanny Brockley.
Yeah, it took a bit. I'm feeling a little more comfortable now. So
Since 2:00 this afternoon.
It took a bit.
Wanny, we were trying to figure out where are you from again, man? Where are you from again, Wanny?
Mississauga?
Wanny? Oh, my bet's
My
on
bet's on
he's frozen.
Mississauga.
Oh no.
Gone for a shit.
You asked him the wrong
Outside.
question.
Yeah.
well, it's a great
oh,
frozen
Oh,
photo.
shit.
I know, eh?
It is, dude.
nice.
The
I mean,
Mohawks
it
on
could
it.
be like
is.
Tinder or something. Right now.
He
Like,
planned it.
Sorry, where are you from, buddy? Okay, you got frozen there
Oh,
for a
he's
second.
back.
Where are you from?
There you go.
Okay.
I think it's like me. Like sometimes when I get frozen, I can still see and hear you guys. Can you hear us, Wanny?
Yeah, I think it's this one-star app that we use
No.
to do our recordings. It's wonderful. Oh, we got the game's back on now. We missed 2 minutes of it.
It's nothing. Oh, you got the dog.
No.
guys,
No,
this is
nothing has
Willard right
happened.
here.
Oh, Willard.
Oh,
I can hear these guys, but I'm frozen. I'm freezing up.
Oh, he's a good-looking puppy.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
It's really
nice.
small, but
yeah.
he's a good-looking
Yeah.
puppy.
I bought him a Buffalo Bills jersey for Halloween, so that's what he was on Halloween. So Nah, you know what? Why does everyone say
You'd be
that?
one of those
Like,
guys,
I mean, I buy one goddamn jersey, and now I'm labeled as like the prima donna of dog owners.
One of those guys.
Next thing you know, you're gonna buy him one shoulder bag to carry him in.
I won't lie, I really do want to wear sunglasses.
Yeah,
Sorry,
fair enough.
my babysitter's
Sunglasses,
left, and I got
definitely.
like a cat and a dog in the same room right now.
Oh, here
right
we
there.
go. War of the
What,
Roses.
did Taylor tap out? He's not watching the puppy anymore.
I guess not. So
is life, Broccoli in Canada, life is normal now? You're back to normal?
Some vaccination mandates that we have at restaurants still, and some...
But you can have your buddies over, you can stay inside, there's no restrictions.
Yeah, there's no restrictions. I mean,
No.
There's still some pretty regulations when it comes to public, facilities. Like they want your vax card.
Yeah.
I got my
And how do you present
I got
it?
mine laminated. I got mine.
Is it a
shrunk
physical
and
card?
Just laminated into like a business side card. So.
Right. Right.
You know
Okay.
what?
And do they
Like, I could
scan
probably
it, or do you
hand
just
mine,
present
you
it?
could probably get away with it. So just like they don't like. Listen, you got to realize you got probably a 19-year-old part-time kid looking at your vaccination card. I mean, they're not. Yeah. Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Have a good day. I can
exactly.
just
Yeah.
Do the old
yeah.
Ben Johnson relay back to you and just hand it to you. And just basically it's you try to be honest, but I mean, I know people that have fake vax cards. Like it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's
So it's not like here where
Right,
it's going to end up
right.
being a QR code that's given to you on your phone.
I have that already, but I have both. I have a little business card that says I'm vaxxed, and I do have the QR card, whatever. So,
Got ya.
so
So that's what we're gonna be. So you got to bring that to the rink, or you got to bring it to the restaurant. Any public place, you bring your
you're at a
vax
point
card
now,
with you.
You
wear a mask.
I play. I'm in a cornhole league every Wednesday night, and
Guys,
A cornhole league.
and yeah,
When I was
it's
outside,
it's
they
at a
were
golf
wearing-
course, but we have to show our vax card every single week when we go.
what's going on? Why do you look like this?
So-
You're looking good.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's just...
Wait a minute,
So, no,
your
like,
rinks at a
No,
golf course?
No, it was cornhole league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cornhole.
No,
right.
it's-
Okay, I thought you were just
no,
calling the
I-
hockey league you play in a cornhole league, but no, it's a cornhole
No.
league.
Summertime,
Is it that bad?
It's a great name.
yeah, I'm retired. There's no hockey in this guy's body right now. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Body's
You've
broken.
retired.
Yeah, so
Fuck.
we play cornhole on Wednesdays at a golf course, and yeah, you got to show your vax card and all that stuff. Like you can't go to Pete's games, you can't go to the keg. You got to show your vax card. So
We have the New
The
Zealand
keg.
National Masters Champion.
games to
is
the keg.
actually part of the Traveling Goons. Happened on a Traveling Goons trip, and he was crowned the national champion in 2019, and then the world fell to shit. So he's actually been the champion for 3 years now. He's like, yeah, click-clack. He is the national cornhole champion for men aged 35 and up.
Should bring a team down here, Broccoli. Do
Bring a cornhole
a
team
tour
over.
of the
bud.
Southern Hemisphere at cornhole. Get bowling shirts done and everything.
The sweaty bags.
we already
Love it.
have shirts for cornhole.
Click clack.
Nice.
They have
No,
sleeves
it's
on them?
I'll be honest with you guys. It's you know what, I am gonna take a second here. Like, I never thought that this would actually take off in any province, state, whatever country. But and I'm gonna tell you right now,
That's what I was just thinking.
you gotta have a good
like the
leader
new
and a
Ultimate
good guy
Frisbee.
that takes over like the
Cornhole.
whole, you know, taking charge of starting the league. We have a great guy, Adam Hubbard. Shout out to him, because if it wasn't for him, like on Wednesday nights now we're averaging 55, 60 people on a Wednesday night.
Wow.
And we're talking like
Jesus.
half of them are women. Some of them are sons and daughters of the father. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just a lot of fun. There's no competitive.
That's awesome.
So it's pretty impressive that and it really is, because like even when I played hockey with Langer, I didn't have a lot of beers and hang out. The atmosphere at this stuff is just like, it's kind of like darts, if I can compare it to, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you show up,
darts.
Yeah.
that too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like 2 years ago, I laughed at when like there's a cornhole league, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
exactly, and like there's no longer like horseshoes or washers. It is strictly, if you go to someone's house now, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna ask you, do you want to play cornhole?
Fuck.
It's crazy how popular this, if you want to call it a sport or drinking game, has taken
Sport.
off.
Yeah.
But Langer, I hear you're playing though, at your
I
house.
was exposed to
Yeah, we got
washers.
one. We got a board. Love it. It's fun. Yeah.
Like cornhole's the beanbag toss thing, right?
Yeah.
Into the yeah.
There he is. There he is. There's the Bills jersey, eh?
How'd that get there? Oh, Langford.
Yeah. That's something.
Good old Willie. Good old Willie with the Bills jersey there.
Jim Kelly jersey on.
That's a
Bills
Yeah,
Mafia.
that was my
snug
fault.
fitting,
Summertime.
eh?
I
He's got
thought
some-
when
some
the wife
I
pecs
love
on
that he's got
guy.
my number
when the
on.
wife said he was 8.1, I thought she meant pounds, and it was kg. It was kgs.
Yeah. And
Oh, nice.
oh right.
Is that like a
Yeah.
Beagle mix?
Yeah, so
does.
he's gonna get to wear his jersey for about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3.
Are you going to cut it off so it's nice and like short? So the body shows?
I already cut the sleeves.
Yeah.
I already cut the sleeves.
It'll be his grass cutting jersey.
It's not like 8 out of 10. That's what we rate it. It's that good.
3-stripe Adidas.
Yeah, tight Adidas shorts.
Oh yeah. Don't get a puppy, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't get a puppy.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you're saying get like a used dog?
They're hard to get too.
Get a used dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When it's been
not a new one.
Well, you got to how old's your puppy now? Hey,
15
Brock, how
weeks.
old's Willard?
Almost
About
4 months.
45 now?
weeks. So what is that? It's like 3 months.
Yeah,
like
he's,
4
uh,
months.
Thing.
So do you have
we are
dog
getting
or
it.
like pet insurance? All right.
I'll give you an
yeah,
example.
okay.
I'll give you
What
an example
about,
why we're getting insurance, because
does he
Michael
go to-
Taylor, that was on the podcast earlier, his dog ate a stuffed duck. A full
Ate
stuffed
a
he's a
duck.
Bills fan.
duck.
There was a lot of zeros in that bet, Bill. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Did they have to
What
go
did
in
they-
and get it?
Yep. Yeah, nope.
Like stomach
Surgically-
pump or
surgically
they
go in and get
fucking really?
Did they at least get a cool X-ray?
Oh
from
my
that?
god!
Oh, they got more than an X-ray.
Swallowed it whole.
That
dude.
is
I think
insane.
there's kind of parts of it in there.
Oh
It's
my
not like
god!
he's an anaconda. Just swallowed the whole thing.
It's not like it's a toy car.
Yeah.
Here's the nose, couple
I just
whiskers.
picturing, yeah.
So,
stuff
at
like
what point
eyes.
did the dog realize that this wasn't food?
Well,
Yeah.
there's no because
Probably
listen,
didn't.
Duke never does that stuff, but we figured. And you know what the worst part is? The duck was not their duck. They never even owned a duck ever. So he just
Was someone
grabbed
else's
it.
duck?
Yep.
Fuck.
What? How did?
I have so many questions.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah, how did
There's
somebody
a lot
else's
there's
duck
a lot of
end up?
animals in the family.
You know,
they
because
live
the
by
dogs.
a park. There's a lot of scenarios that like Murder She Wrote could figure out, but we're not sure. You know, like Angela Lansbury.
Angela
Murder, She
Fletcher
Wrote.
on the scene.
Angela Lansbury.
What was her name? Angela Lansbury, yes. Oh my god.
Angela Lansbury.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So.
That show was amazing.
Oh my God.
I'm biting my tongue blocker because there's something else you told me, and I don't think I want to bring it out, but I'll leave it up to you. But I think
it.
dogs in Canada at this point, they're, besides eating stuff, you know, waterfowl and stuff, they're eating other things that get left around sometimes, and they have to have a little nap.
Oh yeah. So.
read some stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys met Smeltzy there a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's got a wonderful dog named Miley.
Oh, no.
And so it's a beagle, and
Smiley
Smeltzy
Miley?
grows
Oh, no.
herbal medicine on his roof.
Completely legal.
Yeah.
Vitamins.
Either-
Vitamins T, H, and C.
On the roof.
So
That's a new look.
his dog got into his Tupperware of dried medicine. and he came home and
Jesus.
he goes to his wife, he's like, Mary, there's something wrong with Miley. Is she okay? Basically, if I could, it's gonna sound funny, but like the dog was just like teetering.
Lying on the floor.
Swaying back and forth,
Right.
and then Smeltzy
Yeah.
went to
Stumbling
Smeltzy
around.
went to give him a
slurring
potato
its
chip.
barks. Flark.
But the dog was probably like that far away, thinking that he was actually eating the potato chip. So Smeltzy goes, "There's something." Miley got it. Sure enough, Miley got into Smeltzy's dried stuff in his other room, and so for like 2 hours, the dog was just like this.
Just teetering. That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
welcome to Peterborough.
Oh man.
Shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, how much shit did Schmeltzy get in? You know, it's not his fault that the dog
I'm still
got
trying
in,
to
but
figure
I
out how he
guarantee
opened up
his missus was
Tupperware,
like,
dude.
well,
I spend all
that's what you
freaking
get for keeping
afternoon
your
trying to open up Tupperware sometimes.
And
It's so tough to
Because
get
you know
into them.
he did it because you know he's done it before.
well, the last time he did it, he ate a
right.
brownie
Medicine
that he
is
left
good
on
in
the
Peter.
countertop playing cornhole.
Turns dogs into
That was our
bowling
fault.
pins.
Oh, sorry, that was the second time that Miley's. Yeah, so Miley's a beagle, so a beagle's a beagle,
Yeah.
and basically, I mean,
They're potheads.
Yeah.
they're
Sniff it out.
relentless, right? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, the dog was good, but it just took a couple hours for the dog to get back to normal.
They smell anything. I had a beagle in
I'm
my
gonna have a problem
family.
with that because I made dedicated cornhole pits in my backyard with artificial turf, and Yeah.
Of course you do.
We're
Oh,
missing
fuck.
out on all this amazing
That
stuff
is
at
some
home right now.
serious
It's crazy.
cornhole action.
I
It's just
know.
so much hilariousness happening.
See what happens when you can get past COVID.
Are you going to train
Yeah.
your dog, Broccoli,
Out
to
of
go and
lockdown,
fetch your
you can have
cornhole
an
sweaty bags?
AstroTurf
People put,
cornhole
like,
track in your backyard.
Yeah.
Rinks in their
So,
backyard.
Wanny,
There's like chipping greens,
Yeah.
putting greens.
all my
Broccoli's
friends'
got a
dogs
cornhole
don't
fucking
bother with the beanbags. They really
dedicated.
don't. Like, we're in the backyard, and I'm like, this is great. The dogs are flying around. They don't care about the beanbags.
They're inside. They're in.
I can't say that with my dog right now. It's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare.
All the dogs are getting together and go, hey, they're throwing bags around. Let's go check out the Tupperware containers inside.
But let's hit the cash and counter first. 'cause there might be something
Last
on the
time
counter.
Dude, last time I ate that brownie off the
That's
counter,
right.
man, it was a trip. Come on, boys.
I got to be careful.
They're preoccupied.
I got to be careful because my dog will grip anything off the ground, so I can't drop anything. So, got to be
Good
careful.
stuff. Check.
Yeah.
By
He's still in that
accident.
learning and loving life phase
Oh.
right now. Yeah, Campbell's making some stops here. Sorry.
No,
Well.
if nobody on their team
Yeah,
has
the
to
Leafs
score,
can't score. Fuck.
they should trade for some scores.
No.
What's going on?
I wish they weren't using up all their cap.
Richie for McDavid, straight up.
Straight.
Yeah, that's going to work out well.
Bag of pucks.
And the
with
funny
the
thing
beef
is, and
logo.
Wanny, you may remember this. So I remember, because Richie played in Peterborough. And I remember when they drafted Nylander, because I always thought they were going to get Richie. And you remember when Don Cherry lost? He lost it on Hockey Night Canada. Could not believe they drafted Nylander. No.
Nylander.
Someone's put up an awesome compilation of all the stuff that, all the mispronounced names that Cherry's done. There's a compilation that's hysterical. Find it.
Don.
And then they put underneath it like what the real name is. It's so funny.
Oh, the Leafs. Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Drafted
One second.
Nylander. He couldn't say Nylander, though.
Is it me or does it look like Broccoli's got a whole fucking hydroponic set going on in the background there?
I don't.
That's all I
He's
see.
got all
is
his stuff
a
in the
bunch of
garage,
plants,
so I don't know.
saplings.
I think he's in the office downstairs.
Or it could be just an aquarium. Maybe there's like a spider or a lizard in there or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like with backgrounds, eh, Wanny? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was a bit fucked up.
I'm not gonna lie. This.
Just a painting, eh? I don't know. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting back here again with that same
It's
painting.
just choppy
I
on
got
it.
this whole screen
You
going.
got to put your own stream on another
Is that
time.
a real
like I've got the game
I don't know, bro.
Greatest ever.
on hockey.tv,
Ever.
Wanny.
So
Yeah.
Florida is they're gonna win. They're now the best team. So they're gonna win it.
So what stream are you watching this game from? Because it's
Who thought
it
at
looks
the
good
beginning of the
quality, but it's
season-
all like
North Carolina and
streaky
Florida will
and
be battling it out for
choppy
the
is.
best team in the NHL.
I know. I know.
Called it.
I know.
Yeah, he's on the bench though. He got lit
Yeah.
up in the first period.
that's the one I use.
Anderson,
Yeah, the
eh?
one.
Yeah.
Super reliable.
Fred Anderson.
Who is it? Anderson or
One
is
word, Fred Anderson.
It Fred?
San Jose.
Isn't Reimer there as
Was
well?
he? I knew Smeltz would be back. I knew that was just.
Oh right.
Yeah,
oh,
who's
yeah.
one of the
That's
best
a
goalies
great
right
there.
now?
Dude,
Another
you know,
Leaf trade.
tour. It's like the farewell tour, but then you're back like 6 months later, doing another world tour.
Oh well, yeah, but I
Exactly,
mean,
yeah.
up until that
Yeah.
point,
I come in
Was
for a
that
short little
rock solid.
short quip. I got to head out here to a buddy's party, so
Yeah.
birthday party. So I come in for a
The
little
Dane.
quick say hello. But
Wanny, this is another legendary Peter Burian,
Fuck.
Steve Smelt.
I think we're getting excessive with legendary, but we can go with that.
No, I've seen what you've done. You've contributed positively to the community.
Well, that's what I tell my wife all the time, but she disagrees.
Yeah, where are you going?
So where's this
I got a
party,
buddy turning
Schmaltzy?
46
How old are we
today,
talking
so
here?
we're going over there to have a couple beverages and, discuss life and hockey as well. We'll see how it goes. That's usually how the night ends. Hockey
That's
arguments.
it. Yep.
No, not
Cool.
yet.
No strippers?
No, we'll save that for next year or 4 years from now.
No.
50 is a good stripper year.
What for you, the strippers?
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. No.
Oh.
Actually, what happened to the other guy? What's it?
Tavares.
Wow, where'd he go? Punchy, where'd he go?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, he's back. I actually had a good question for him because I'm kind of interested to see what a St. Louis fan thought about the Jordan Bennington thing there the other day. Did you guys see? Did you guys see that with Bennington?
What
Like
happened with
lost his
Bennington the
mind
other
and
day?
like.
Was that Kadri?
He waved the stick over Kadri's head.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was kind of curious.
Yes, I saw that, man.
He's notorious for that, man.
Yeah, which
And-
was
and
crazy. to me.
Kadri
Like,
got the
that was
penalty.
suspendable, man. Like I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I'm surprised that is it George
The goon
Peros
who's in
didn't have
charge
something
of-
to say? No, it's not
Disciplinary
George Peros
action.
anymore.
The
Goon's in
irony
charge
of
of
that.
goons.
I love it.
Player safety.
The guy has a company called Violent Gentlemen, and he's the man in charge of all the violent gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All right, another question for your Leaf fans, though.
Bennington though has a history of that. He loses his
Yes, he
views all
does.
the time. That was one of the main reasons why St. Louis never brought him up in the beginning, because he was fighting everybody when he was playing for the Wolves.
Oh, that's what it was. So he had a little Ronnie Hextall in him.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a loose cannon. Anytime anybody gets near him,
Fuck.
Well, why do you got to field the Leaf question? Because I don't care about the Leafs to the playoffs.
Well, what about?
Well, no. My thing was this, right? So, and Langford, this as a goaltender, you may have to get involved here, but this whole Jack Campbell thing actually blows my mind a little bit. Because have you guys watched All or Nothing yet? The Leaf series?
No,
on Prime?
never will. Because I know how it ends.
I have.
It's really. Yeah, it's really curious because I
we're
did
just-
actually sit down and watch this, and at first I'm like, I went, there's no way I'm ever going to watch this. Then I actually started it because I was bored, and I got watching. I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
This is really friggin' weird because it's amazing how fragile this team's demeanor and like their whole mental state was. When you, if you watch this thing, you actually get a really crazy insight into how fragile this entire team, along with Campbell. Jack Campbell might be the most mentally fragile goaltender I've ever seen in my life. Playing behind playing in front of a guy like that would drive me crazy. Like absolutely insane. I can't even begin to tell you. So this is what I mean.
Yeah, most goaltenders have that take charge attitude, whereas he really had that shucks.
Or you got guys like Belfour where you don't talk to him at all.
Yeah,
Like
and
ever.
it was like this guy. It was almost like they were babying his personality, and like he would get so rattled so easily that to me as a player, I'm like, Jesus Murphy, man. Like, how do I play? I get that the guys love him, his personality. He's a great stand-up guy, one of the nicest guys on the planet. But how do you play when it comes to hockey in your job and you want to win a Stanley Cup? How do you play in front of a guy who's that mentally fragile? That was my thing. I was like, I want to see how guys, like especially Langford, use a goaltender, right? Like, what's your perception on that?
All right, I'll bite on that. Being a veteran of the NHL, the Nobody Hockey League,
got a penalty coming up.
that is true. Like as a goalie, to a certain extent, you're playing by yourself.
Yeah.
So you're battling to play for yourself to be good, as well as playing on the team. But you're alone the whole game. You feel that way. So, there's little things that he does. Like he's always tapping guys on the legs and the pads after a play, which I think is good. But I mean, and I played out too. Like if your goalie is not mentally strong or like focused, like you know what it's like. You just throw your stick over the glass. You're like, there's no point. Like.
Yeah, right. Like it concerns
you know what I mean? Like you have to be competitive with yourself because you really are playing by yourself.
Mike Taylor in the house, boys. Mike Taylor.
You're doing a bad
See you, pal.
babysitting job with the dog, guys.
I got him looked after.
where's-
He hangs out with Smeltzy for half
the
an hour.
dog?
He passes out. It's easy. Brock hasn't figured it out yet.
Well, the next time we got to, so Smeltzy's got the most ridiculous house ever. So the next time you come on, we have to do it from your house. Like he's got a pool in his basement.
Yeah, man, we should do that.
It's crazy.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. We got a
What? You have a pool in your basement?
well, no, it's not in the basement. I got a pool room though. I got a pool room. It's 2,000 square foot pool room. Yeah.
Like a swimming
It's
pool.
Yeah.
It's like Pablo Escobar's house. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a 16 by 32 foot pool in a 44 by 34 foot pool room. Yeah, it's nuts. I know.
You guys are playing cornhole down there, I think.
What?
Yeah. We got enough room. We play cornhole, which takes 35 feet, so we get in there and play a little bit of that too. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had to take the wife and kids with me to look at the house, we never would have bought it. Like, yeah, it's insane. Yeah, no, it's kind of silly to be honest with you, but I don't know if you guys can see that.
Man, we got to take the show on the road over to Smeltzy's house.
No, that
Wow.
That's not
is
the
your
basement. No, that's not basement.
Your
It's on
window.
the back of the house. But
That's not your basement.
Yeah, like I said, it's a full-fledged
No.
34 by 20
Right.
44-foot pool room. Yeah. Like I said, if the wife and kids hadn't come with me to look at the house, I never would have bought it. Cause
Put some pipes in Smeltzy and put the rink in.
My son said that. He's like, why don't we throw a rink in here? And I said, dude, we can have a pool all year long.
Hits hockey, man. 2-on-2.
Yeah, no way. 2-on-2 hockey in the pool room.
And the Leafs got a goal.
Oh, there it is. I just saw it.
Wow.
Matthews.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Oh, are they calling
No,
it back?
it's offside. No.
Oh,
I don't
His
know.
jersey is
no,
untucked. No goal.
Matthews kick.
His
No.
jersey was tucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a good story about offsides and that. So a buddy of mine is the video coach for the Flyers, and we're watching the playoffs there a couple of years ago, and there was a great play,
it looks okay.
or a good call, and he sent it down to the coach and said, "Yeah, that's offside for sure, like guaranteed it."
Don't they
He
have an
goes,
advantage?
"Call
Like
it." So
they have to video
for
to
whatever
Toronto
reason, they
anyway.
did the same
Like, every
view that
time
he
they
had
do
up
that,
in
they
the
should
booth.
get the call.
they didn't call it offside. The goal counted. They took the penalty, got scored on again. So the coach was all pissed off at him. Well, he shows the view to the coach that he had, and it was clearly offside by probably like 8 inches. But for whatever reason, the TV view, they just didn't have one that showed it that well. And then they changed the whole setup and how it works now, right? Where they've got it in the boards, they got one on the glass, like there's cameras everywhere. He goes, holy geez, man, I might be out of a job. I'm really useless now, pretty much. Like, what do I do anymore? There's no point in even having me. He goes, because either the coach sees it right in the bench. He goes, they've got it on the glass. They got the camera in the boards down at the dasher board. He's like, well, I'm pretty much tits useless now. So
he's feeling like a cashier at a grocery store.
Exactly, right? Like, yeah, cash yourself out. I don't use those because I want someone to bag my groceries, and I'm bagging crap, man. I'm paying for that. In the price of my groceries, I'm paying for that crap. Bag that shit.
I'll be honest.
I'm not gonna lie.
Since this COVID thing started, though, and they won't okay, this is one thing I'd never understood. Okay, so with COVID now, so you can't bag your own groceries. But the person can grab every single one of my groceries that I'm taking home to scan it.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't give me another guy that's going to bag them afterwards. So, like, are you telling me that person that's doing the scan, that he's fully vaxxed and he's not going to give me... Come on.
So I can go for a walk, right? Yeah, you can go for a walk in the park with lots of other people. Yeah, you can. Can I play golf? No, you can't play golf. Oh, but it's kind of like walking around. Okay, but can I go for a walk in the park with lots of people and bring my golf clubs with me? Yeah, you can do that. But can I go play golf? No, you can't. You can't play golf.
No.
But there was one point where you couldn't, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking more in Canada because of
they're
following the
hosing you
sports
down.
radio. And they remember when golf was a big thing and they closed the golf courses. And
Oh, yeah, you couldn't golf here at all, man.
But you go for a walk and go to the park and you can't play golf.
That makes no sense whatsoever. I know. And
nice play by Morgan Riley there.
So actually, another great question. Let's
You
go
can
back
still
to
go
hockey here
flanger.
for a second, fellas. Morgan Riley. So I was a little upset by the contract he got for this reason. And I'm not comparing, so I'm going to use Dion Phaneuf here, but I'm not saying he's a Dion Phaneuf. Okay?
Wow.
So let's clear the air here
Makes
first
sense.
before we get started. Okay? Dion Phaneuf was what Dion Phaneuf was
Wow, McAvoy just got tattooed.
was
Sorry,
paid as a
Smoky.
sorry. Dion was paid as a number one. He was played as a number one in Toronto and failed horrifically, right? My point is this. I think, to be honest with you, Morgan Riley is a great offensive defenseman. But Morgan Riley is not a great defensive and offensive defenseman. So my
you
thing
got
is
laid
this.
out.
If you take Morgan Riley and he's your number two, I think you bring in a legit number one offensive, even a number one defensive shutdown defenseman, a legit top end guy who can shut down is a number one D guy. Morgan Riley becomes effective. My problem is Morgan Riley cannot be your number one defenseman, which he has been forever in Toronto. Morgan Riley's not a legit number one. And I think this is when Toronto will turn the corner, is when they realize that they have to bring in a guy who's exceptional defensively, who's the number one shutdown defensive guy, and to play with Morgan Riley, and that will, kind of
Watch this chop.
tail down.
Well,
Huge.
Oh,
I think what they I know what you're saying, and I think what they wanted to do is just have him on the team. Long
Well, you
term.
have to, right?
They can go get someone else, but
Yeah,
you
can't let him walk. But my problem is this: is you've already overpaid for guys,
yeah.
and which of all those of which is not Nylander? Dollar for dollar, Nylander's the best value probably in the NHL for goals.
And
Or
I'm
Sean,
sure
you
people
little
are
rat.
screaming
I
and
hate that
crying
guy.
about it,
too.
too.
Sorry, I'm
Great
hearing
value,
you, buddy.
but now you've got
I'm totally here.
Tavares, Matthews, and Marner all making insane money. Even chop $1 million or $1.5 million off of each of those contracts, and you've got
Still
yourself
big, yeah.
money to use on another guy, right? So I think that's the big problem here is each of those guys got about $1 million too much, and it's kind of screwed your defense because now you can't go out and get a legit guy. But Toronto, with that much talent, becomes an instant contender if you just add that
that's
legit
true.
number one shut down the other team's top lines.
And
Toronto
who is
has
that?
well. There's a lot of guys out there, man. Like
Yeah, who is that?
Every year you look
Yeah,
at
more
it.
than that, though,
Who'd you
who's
get?
the guy that you're going to sacrifice, though? Who becomes the sacrificial lamb that's got to go in order to make that happen?
But this is the point. Well, look, what is this is my point. I actually just talked about this earlier today. So everyone thinks Matthews is going to some people think he's gone. Some think he'll stick around. He's history, man. He's going to Phoenix.
I think he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
In 2 years, he's history. So he gets
he'll get
next year
14
and the
million
year
somewhere
after.
else. Yeah,
The minute Matthews is gone, that frees up almost 11.
And as you say that, he just rips one.
Yeah,
As you say that, he just ripped one to the corner.
that's always the way it
on
is,
the
right?
tee.
you guys are
They're
ahead
gonna
of
get
me,
rid
so
of
I'm
the
still
German
watching him
ball.
float around in the high slot. That's what I'm waiting for it.
That's karma, right? That's Matthews.
But you're right.
karma
That's
there.
$10 million freed up.
Right. So now you get yourself a legit number one. You can go out, you get yourself
Boom.
another
That's
top
true.
six forward with his $11 million. And
Yeah.
you become an immediate Carolina, Florida, whoever you want to call it. You've got Tavares, you've got Marner, you've got
Yeah, he
Nylander,
just scored.
you've got Riley. And all of a sudden you got a legit number one top end defensive guy and another top six forward. What are the Leafs now? The Leafs are ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's all it
That's a good
takes,
point.
right?
I just don't know financially how they make that happen.
That's what I mean. Like, well, that's what I'm saying though. You lose Matthews in 2 years, and that's when it happens. I don't think the Leafs are a contender until that happens. And to me, to get rid of a Marner, as much as Marner, like he's the bitch of all of the Toronto fans, that guy's also the heart and soul of this team. Like that guy,
yeah. I
shorthanded.
agree with
It's
that.
every
I was
situation.
never hating on him, but yeah, there's a lot of hate going on in Toronto.
Oh, there is. It's crazy. That guy's diving in front of pucks, man.
Really?
Yeah, he's penalty
Sacrifice.
kill, power play. He plays everywhere.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, man. I'll never give that guy a slack for effort for sure. But there's other guys in this team, including Matthews. Here, you're like, come on, man. You're one of the best goal scorers in the league. You can't get more effort than that getting back. Come on. You'll never see you'll never see Marner do that. He's
No.
balls to the wall the
yeah.
whole time. So.
Yeah.
If you want to get a sort of an insane, I would say millennial sort of heartbeat on teams, did any of you guys ever go on Reddit?
Here and there.
Okay, go on Reddit for your favorite hockey team. The Toronto Maple Leaf Reddit page is the most toxic, insane thing you will ever read. Honestly, when they win. So Brockley and I always said, like, we're realistic Leaf fans. We're not these nutcases that have kind of made this horrible reputation for Leaf fans.
Yeah.
We're loud and screaming and we're, playing the parade. But on the internet and on this site, these are the people that when they win a game, oh my God, we're amazing. But when they lose, it's like trade everybody.
the cup
it's
is ours.
so toxic. It's incredible. To the point, it's like I just read it for entertainment, but I'm like, Jesus, like being a fan of a team to that level.
I know.
You're gonna trade you're gonna trade Marner for draft picks, like.
Well, and it was funny. It's so comical.
It's got to take a lot out of
right?
you.
Like I drive into work and I put the Fan 590 Toronto on every morning on my way to work. And Nick Kyprios, as much as people hate listening to that guy, he's the most like realistic, honest guy on radio. He's like, listen, okay, he will tell you, and he nails it every time. Like he really doesn't miss much. As much as people don't like him, it's ridiculous how he just gets the beat of the Toronto Maple Leafs and he understands it. He calls a spade, and my God, it's so funny to hear some of these morons call into these shows. And he goes, "Look, I'm going to hang up on you now because you know nothing about hockey." He's like, "Probably should move on to Tiddlywinks here, okay?" Yeah. But it's so true, man. You guys have no idea. Like, I hear, being a Flyers fan, like Wednesday night, the Leafs play the Flyers. I can't even begin to tell you the horror I'm about to face. Okay, I'll give you a room of I'll be in a room of about 12 Leaf fans and myself, and I'm the only one with half a brain in the room.
Yeah, there's a lot of lunatics.
Yeah.
And a painted face. I'll tell you, man. Philly fans are insane. I went to a game. I went to a football game in Philly, and they were playing against the Washington football team. So I was dressed in my football team attire. And by the time I got out of the cab, I had already had stuff thrown at me, and I'd had every F-bomb in the world thrown at me and telling me to get back into the cab, and I only had 1 foot out.
Yeah.
So
true.
Philly is a very intense place to see any.
And
if you've ever been to Philly, have you gotten a chance to go to Philly and see a game?
So I actually got a great story of this for you. So it's
so awesome that how all of them are all in one little area.
So that's what I was just about to say.
All the sports.
So there's a hotel, it used to be the Holiday Inn, that's right on the edge of the parking lot. That is the football stadium, the baseball stadium, and the hockey arena, right? So we stay in this hotel, and there's 6 of us. So I get tickets from my buddy who's the video coach, and he sends me 6 tickets. We get down there. I take 5 Leaf fans with me, of course. Well, these morons are intelligent enough to bring their Leaf attire with them, their hats, their jerseys, and everything. So we get down to Philly, and I even told them, like, guys, you might not want to wear that, into the arena. Well, they're literally looking at me. They're kind of laughing and giggling, like, whatever, man. I'm like, listen, boys, I'm telling you, we're not going to want to do this.
Hey, fuck that.
So we walk out of the hotel. These guys are all walking down, coats in hands. They got their Leaf jerseys on, all proud. We get halfway through the parking lot. People are throwing empty beer cans at them. And they're, like, booing them. They're yelling at them, right? So the next – yeah, exactly. So then I get down, my buddy John, friggin' Bennett here.
Bennett,
So Bennett takes his hat off. He takes his hat off. He zips up his coat. He tucks the hat in his coat, zips his coat right up because he's got a Leaf jersey on. So now he's paranoid. The rest of them are like, Jesus, this is crazy. So they zip up their coats. Now they got their coats on. We're walking into the rink. So I tell them, hey, boys, I'll meet you up at the seats.
Where have they been?
Right?
I mean, this is not a secret in Philly.
Not knowing. You go to Philly and they're crazy. Like, it says vengeance, and it's got the friggin' meaning under it on the side of the building. Like, come on. Like, seriously. Right? Like, it's pretty much the way it is. So we get into the seats, and I said, guys, I'm just going to run down to the store here. My son was just born at the time, so he's like a toddler. And I run down, and I grab this tiny little onesie thing for my young lad, and it's got a little stick man on it. And he's flexing like this, and it's got pretend little, bicep muscles on them and that, and it's got this little, tough Philadelphia Flyers saying on the bottom. Well, I get up there and I walk up, and my buddies are in the seats already. Well, they're just about to take their jackets off. They take off their jackets, and it rains popcorn I mean, it came from everywhere. Every fan in the place is booing. They're screaming at them. They're yelling at them. They didn't know they fucking have their asses kicked. The next thing you know, they've all got their hats off. They're cowering in their seats. And, like, I walk up. I pull this little onesie out of the bag, and I was like, that's right, fellas. When was the last time you saw that in a Toronto Maple Leaf onesie? The whole place went ballistic. And it was actually cool because once they realized they were with me and they were the Flyers fan, the fans lightened up on them a little bit. But the whole night they were giving them the gears, like the gears. They didn't stop. They're relentless. You can go to Toronto and people are like, "Hey man, how are you tonight? Nice to talk to you. Oh, where are you from?" In Philly's like, "Where are you from?"
That's
Toronto,
right.
suck it. Yeah, man, that's the difference between Toronto and Philly, right there.
Just be thankful it wasn't Pittsburgh playing. Was Roman Czechmanek playing that night for Philly or what?
No, he wasn't. It was Brian Boucher. Yeah, actually, another great story. So we go to Toronto. We go to the ACC, and I called my buddy and I said, "Can you get us down to meet the players after the game?" I take my young lad. He was 6 years old, 7 at the time, and he's a goaltender. So he gets us right down to the dressing room, and we go down and we meet them, and we're like, "Hey," and we get down there, and after the game, and we're talking to players and all this stuff, and it was actually Scott Hartnell walked up and he's like, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, so how many goals you scored this year?" And Landon goes, "None." He goes, "What? None?" He goes, "Well, I'm a goalie." He goes, "Oh God." So he turns around, right? And Ilya Brizgalov, of all guys, is the goaltender at the time.
Excellent.
So Briz is in the shower, right? So they walk over and they give him Briz's trapper and his blocker. So he gets down, he's pretending like it was Braden Shen. Kind of takes a puck and throws it at him, and he goes to catch the one. He throws it back at him. He throws another one at him. The blocker side. Well, he swings the blocker out. It comes off his hand and it sacks Mike Knuble. Knuble's there in a towel, so he's naked, the towel on, and it full on sacks Knuble, the blocker. The blocker bags Knuble. Knuble hits the floor. He's on his knees. 6-year-old son bagged Mike Knuble. So to this day, he's like, completely bagged him right in the dressing room. It was awesome. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, I know. It was hilarious.
The fuck, man?
Oh,
Between you and
Yeah, you got
Broccoli,
some
I swear to
stories.
God, like I've never.
well,
yeah,
so, right? Because we're lucky enough
Yeah.
here that
I-
we're such a sports town. Like I played with Steve Webb, lacrosse with Steve Webb. I played.
He played for the Islanders, if you don't remember. Watch the 2000
Webby, tough
playoffs against
guy.
the Leafs. Well, you might remember that Islanders
great
series.
story.
Remember that?
Well, he was an animal,
And he was just him. He went after Tucker the entire
These lads from
series. It was
Peterborough,
so
man,
funny.
they come out with some
and he'd run at him
deuces.
for like the other end
Yeah.
of the ice.
There's some big hits.
Yeah, I played with him, and actually, Webby put me in the hospital, hit me from behind playing lacrosse. He was my own teammate. Played rep lacrosse with me, hit me from behind, and put me in the hospital. Yeah, almost crippled me. True story.
Good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I played with
Thanks,
Dave Roach, who played
teammate.
with
that's crazy.
the Pittsburgh Penguins and Lemieux line as well. But being from Peterborough, right, you just get these weird connections that there's so many sports going on here, and so many guys play hockey, lacrosse, and all that stuff that you kind of grew up with a lot of really strange connections. That like Scott Barney and I were arch enemies growing up, and he was one of those guys that was supposed to be this huge, painted to be this huge pick in the NHL, and kind of turned out to be a flop with all kinds of health issues.
Captain
and
of
stuff,
the P. He played for the
Yeah.
Kings for a bit. Yeah, he was injured a lot.
Yeah, and he actually went into LA as a huge pick, and
Yeah.
but him and I actually were buddies for a few years while he was played lacrosse with me too. So, but it's just weird stuff. I think Peterborough's one of those weird towns, man. Like there's so many guys. Like my buddy who's the video coach, Adam Patterson of the Flyers. Patty grew up here, right? So his dad's the one of the scouts for the Flyers, but they grew up in this area. They went to high school with us, and Patterson's Langs, but they grew up here. So it's kind of a strange town. There's just so many connections here to the NHL and pro sports in general. Really, at the end of the day, it's a really weird town for a
Corey
small
Stillman,
town.
Mike Fisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it produces a unusually large number of guys that kind of
Yeah. Oh, and the
come
crazy
through
part
there.
is, right, I even
Like
talked
Corey
like my
Perry, like
yeah, Corey Perry, like Mitchell
Corey and Adam
Stevens,
Perry,
right?
Mitchell Stevens.
Yeah, like there's so many
Owen
guys.
Tippett in Florida.
Yeah, a lot of guys. And, yeah, Owen. We worked with Brock, and I worked with Owen's dad at Frito-Lay Rod. It's a strange thing. It's a weird town. Like 90, we got what, like 85.
Frito-Lay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like 85,000 people.
Can you get a line on some all dressed chips?
Brock can get a line on just about anything you want.
Oh my
Can I get
gosh.
some Joe Pickle Misfits, please?
Oh my god! You know what's weird, man? It's usually the ketchup chips the Americans
dill
ask. The Americans
pickle.
always ask for ketchup because they don't sell them down there. Ketchup chips
No,
up
no.
here?
Man, I could go for
Canadian,
some
it's all
ketchup.
dressed.
I know,
sauce,
right?
too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Maybe
Love
like
the
a
all-
sour cream and bacon or something.
Oh.
Oh,
A
fuck
Brockley.
off.
Damn.
God damn it.
Oh, that's a solid, heavy
Wow.
ridged
Yeah.
Ruffles would go. Yeah.
Just very sturdy
this
potato
does.
chip. And it's maybe a jar of that fake nacho cheese.
Oh, the
Oh, my
queso.
God. Tostitos.
Oh, fuck.
Tostitos.
Yeah.
man.
I'll tell you right now, boys, the new Tostito strips
Oh,
are the way to go.
fuck,
Those
with,
things
like-
are the best dip and chip on the planet. They're
Oh,
phenomenal.
we're
That's
in
what you
New
do when you're playing
Zealand.
cornhole.
We're in
I-
New Zealand.
do they
Oh,
not
that's
have
summertime?
flippers
We're
anymore?
in New Zealand. They won't land here until
They used to make
weren't they?
like dippers, Frito.
Oh yeah, they got
scoops.
Scoops.
Call
Yeah.
scoops.
Dip-
Yeah, yeah.
Scoops.
The strips
That's
are
it.
better
The
though because
scoops,
they're like
man.
you know the Frito
Oh,
and the
fuck,
Frito
those were
barbecue,
the
like
fucking-
the corn chip. The strips
Yeah.
are like they're like a hybrid
Yes.
between a
Oh
Tostito
yes,
and a corn chip.
yes.
And it's ridiculous, man. They're thicker. Oh, you can just crush those things. Get down to watch a hockey game and they're gone. Yeah.
Oh,
the whole thing.
We got this.
Oh,
We have this chip that's
Man.
taken over New Zealand
Yes.
right now. It's called Snack-a-Changy.
Yeah, Wackachangy chips, man. One of you had those yet?
Yes. Oh my God.
I've been drinking.
They're a cross.
And the beers
they're
are
a
good,
crossover
too.
between
What
a
are they
good
called?
kettle chip and your standard basic run of the mill chip.
But it's a
With
ruffle though.
What's it called?
Yeah.
They're called Wackachangy. It's like the guy who makes the sausages
What are
here
they
makes
called?
chips and beer now.
I think I actually got one here.
I got the beers. They're good too.
oh.
They're like drinking Wackachangy.
what is it?
Hold on
Yeah,
a second.
they're good.
Changy?
Yeah.
Whack a changy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys what. Send me a box of those and I'll send you a box of
Snack-a-changy.
Ruffles. Or all dressed Ruffles. There we go. And some ketchup.
Oh,
We'll mix it up for you.
Oh,
So we kind of figured out. I saw this because I'm subscribed to the Canadian group on Facebook. I don't know if you do that too. You guys do that too. But somebody figured it out. So you get the maple bacon chips. I can't remember what brand
No,
it is.
the chip's
And you
called
mix them with
Snack-a-Changy,
salt
but the
vinegar,
beer is
and
Wackachangy.
you're pretty close to all dressed. Pretty close.
Easy.
oh.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, is it a little
And
weird
Chippy's
that we're
back.
talking about chips and Chippy Dubois
Yeah, they're good.
shows up, man?
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
just
Chippy
saying,
Dubois.
Chippy, that's hardcore, brother. I like this guy already. Look
That's
at
the
him.
one.
This is a
Listen,
serious
man, when your
Leaf fan
team's-
right here, boys.
When your team's doing well, you show up. That's how I roll. That's how I roll.
You know what? That's like most Leaf fans. That's like every Leaf fan I've ever met.
Yeah, you know,
it's game
Game
7 though.
right
It's
there.
like
There
game
you go.
12, and it's not the
It's-
same.
Absolutely.
It's funny though. Something I wanted to talk about because I was thinking this, right? I was like watching this game and I'm like, I'm gonna go over the top, right? Because that's what Leaf fans do. And what drives me nuts is like 2 games ago, everyone was like, Matthews can't score. He was on pace for 20. He's gonna suck. Now
Yeah,
he's got
trade
4 in 2
everybody.
games. He's on pace. He's on pace now for like whatever 60. You know, the Leafs were like 3-4 3 games ago. They're gonna be hopefully 7-4. It's like, you know, settle the fuck down. Enjoy the game, man. Jesus. You know, and represent.
Well, that's a
Nice
problem, right? Leafs fan live game to game instead of like, you know, month to month. If Leaf fans just figured out you got to live hockey month to month instead of like game to game,
Yeah.
they'd be a whole lot happier. Like I call Brockley actually and Taylor the pessimistic Leaf fans because like one day they're terrible and the next day they're awesome. And I will say this though, both of them have been rather upset since last year. They've kind of dialed it down as they're pretty much permanently pessimistic now. So
Well, you prepare for the worst, right?
yeah. Well, I think that's the problem with the Leafs, right? Like, there's been so much disappointment over the years that you've prepared yourself to permanently be like disappointed. So you're no longer optimistic that anything good could ever happen and be prolonged. It's like,
Smeltzy.
it's great for 5 moments and then it's terrible.
the last time they won, there was only 6 teams. They had to be better than 5 other teams.
Yeah,
my favorite
and
thing
2
is,
rounds
You can
to
understand,
win the
Sheldon.
cup.
yeah, and my
There are
favorite thing
countries
is
in the
the
world
Leafs
that don't
fans.
even exist anymore. The last time the Leafs won the cup.
Absolutely.
I don't care if he's a
this is
keeper.
if you
I
want to
don't
talk
care.
about how fun Leaf fans. Yeah, Leaf fans are great though because like the only team in the NHL that could make a series about almost making it to the Stanley Cup and it would do well are the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, hey, the passion returns, 93, 94. We almost made it to the Cup, but Wayne Gretzky screwed us.
Yes,
But it did so well. Right? It's so good. It's so good. It's the only team in the league that could even make something like that and it would sell. Everybody else would be like, what the hell is this crap?
Our Stanley Cup for my generation was losing in Game 7 in the semifinals in '93.
Right. I know Wayne Gretzky called for the high stick.
Where were you when we lost in the semifinals? And we talk about
I know.
finals.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Didn't win anything.
I know where I was.
Finished 9th in the 100-meter dash. We talk about
Carey
how great it
Fraser.
was at the Olympics.
I know. And somehow the passion returned. Like, that's not passion, boys. Like, the passion never returned there. That's failure. You failed. It's like today. Like, let's give out participation ribbons here. You know, the Leafs participated in the playoffs. They almost made the Stanley
Everybody
Cup
has to feel
final.
good.
So let's get excited about it. Let's get
Glass half full,
participation.
buddy.
I know.
Glass
It's
half
ridiculous.
full here.
It's listen.
This is
It's
my
one
point.
of those
right?
things.
This is the only place in the world that succeeds.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Listen, it's your team. It's your city, right? What am I going to do? Jump ship? Like, am I going to cheer for the Rangers? Am I going to cheer for St. Louis? Am I going to go Florida? No, I'm born and raised. I'm a blue blood. That's life, man. I die with that team just like I do my family, and they hurt me immensely. But, you know, that's what it is, man. And I live for the ride. You know, you live another day, you play again, and you get the enjoyment that you can. Yeah. And, yeah, they're going to hurt you. They're going to hurt you, man.
It's a hell of a ride.
As a sports fan, that's what you do,
I know
right?
about rides.
It's up and down. It's the only place in the planet
year,
in the hockey verse though that can happen, and I love it. I think it's the best thing
Last year
ever.
was painful. Painful. Last year was painful.
It was for a lot of Leafs fans, man. For sure.
Yeah, we were talking about that. It was foretold conclusion to last year.
No, I didn't.
They got hot. They got hot too early, and they built everybody's dreams.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were going to be amazing.
Yeah, well, I think the big one, you know what? That team would have made a quasi run had not it been for the injuries. For the Tavares injury, even to be honest with you, even Anderson getting hurt earlier in the year, and then Tavares and then Foligno, like all the stuff that happened to them, it was just a whole lot of bad luck because
I think the
they would've got out of that first
Muzzin
round for
injury
sure.
was the big
and who
one.
knows what would have happened after
The
that.
Tavares one was tough.
Yeah, you nailed that, man. Chippy nailed it for sure. That's a big one.
Yeah, that was the hard one. Tavares was huge. Tavares
He's in
was
Boston,
huge.
and he's
Where
hurt.
is Foligno now? Is he still in Toronto?
Yeah, but like
So
there's
when
so
it
many.
was all said and done, I said, okay, I'm out. I'm moving west.
Yeah. Like when people talk about the stars aligning, they
Yeah.
did not align last year.
Look at
And I went on the
fucking
Reddit
Langer.
page for Seattle Kraken, and it was all Leaf fans. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
All
Muzzin
these
was
pissed
huge.
off Leaf fans saying, "Screw this, I'm moving to Seattle."
Langer
Look
can't
at-
even pick a team. Look at
You-
Langer.
so-
Look at Langer. Who you cheer for, Langer? Like you just jump ship. You can cheer for anyone and
Yeah.
look like a winner
Oh,
with
I'm
those
only-
jerseys behind you.
No.
Yeah, you went Kraken,
Well,
didn't you?
the reason why, a couple of things. So I always saw hockey jerseys as wearable art because living down here, it's like Europe. Everything is just covered in advertising. Like you don't know what a team's
yeah.
logo is, and that's why I loved hockey. Was kind of like the final frontier for how wonderful,
Here it is, boys.
clean they are. But because the Leafs sucked for so long. I mean, that's when I really started watching the league and not just the Leafs. So like, yeah. So
Yeah.
like I liked. I mean, I've been a Leaf fan since day one. I always will be. But when your team doesn't win anything, or
Well,
get close often,
it's hard to cheer forever the team that doesn't win, right? Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
hear you,
like,
Langer.
Philly's been to the Stanley Cup Finals, I think 6 or 7 times since I was born, and they haven't won a cup yet. But I still get frustrated because you're
been
like,
there.
come on, boys! Like you've been to
You
the
had
cup
to watch
final,
somebody
you
else.
lost in 6 games, 7 games. You've been so close, you could taste it. but you're like, come on, like you almost get to like, can I jump ship here? Can I be a Vegas fan? Can I be Seattle? Oh hell no, because
I don't
Seattle's
think you
no
ever
Vegas.
can really jump ship, though.
No.
If you
Listen,
can, then you're not a fan of a team.
For sure.
That's my
Absolutely.
point.
Have you
can't
seen
just
Armitage yet,
turn
Langford?
it off. Pardon me?
Have you seen Armitage yet? Oh, he had pictures all over Facebook last year, and that
Oh, yeah.
him and decked out head to toe in Seattle Kraken gear. It was awesome.
Okay, he's done.
Yeah, he's finished with the Leafs apparently. But
I've actually found watching another team to be kind of therapeutic because you got a team with a storied history with a lot of drama and everything else, and then you've got another team where there's no history, there's nothing, no expectations, So but it is hard because I don't follow it. I mean, I listen to Toronto Sports Talk Radio like every day, so I'm keeping up with things. I mean, I'm not from Seattle, like I don't, other than like the '90s when I was a big grunge fan, but that's about it.
yeah. Well, that's a curious question. So, Punchy, how did you become a St. Louis fan? Because not Canadians. Like, as a Flyer fan, right? Like, Pelle Lindbergh was the man. Won a Vezina right before he smashed his car off a tree when I was a young kid. But being a goaltender and a young kid, I love Pelle Lindbergh. And how did you become a St. Louis fan of all things? That's a random one because they weren't even good back then, man. Like,
and they're
how
never
old
on
are you?
TV as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
how old are you, man?
Okay, so
Like,
yeah, let's not go
Are you
there.
like 25 or something that just became relevant? Like, how did this happen?
He's been a fan since 2019.
I'll have you know that 2019 was a culmination of 31 years of being a fan. But it started simply because my older brother, because the team that I'm from Niagara, so the team that we were able to go see more often than not was Buffalo.
That explains everything. You don't need to talk anymore.
Yeah, so my brother was a Buffalo fan, and the first NHL game I ever went to, they were playing against St. Louis, and I absolutely fell in love with Adam Oates.
Oh, good call.
And-
He's a great guy to fall in love with.
And I was like, this guy is a
Oh, yeah.
magic man. He can dish like nobody's business. I think Brett Hall got 4 goals in the game, and they won 7-2. And I rode my dad and my brother hard all the way home.
Nice.
And that was it. I was a St. Louis fan forever.
I like that.
And yeah, 31 years it took, but eventually we got her done. So now I'm a Leafs fan, kind of.
No, it's good, man. I like those stories of how you become a fan that's not your hometown team, right? Like, it's kind of cool to see how that happens. Okay, summertime. Ottawa, like how that happened.
Well, look, I grow up in Ottawa, but I was a Leafs fan because there was no Sens growing up, and so yeah, like probably you guys used to try and stay up with my dad and watch the Leafs and end up falling asleep on the couch or whatever. But no, when the Sens rolled around and what was it, '92? Yeah, I got on the bandwagon. It was tough, but yeah, no,
That's boring, dude. You gotta spice that up
That's
a bit,
it.
man. You gotta spice that up a bit.
we
Come on now. That's terrible. That's like the worst story I've ever heard. Like, oh, how'd you go leave? Well, I kind of live there. You know, they got a team eventually. I was gonna become a fan because it happened.
You know,
man, you gotta add a little detail to that. It's like they gotta lie or
Oh,
something.
there's another one.
Oh, there's
telling
another
you,
deal.
man. Flying. You remember? Do you guys remember a couple years ago when the BlackBerry guy he was going to buy a team and he talked about putting another team in Markham? You guys, do any of you know that story? All right, so here's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
Being
Can
a
I
fan
stop you
of
for
the
2 seconds?
yeah.
He's from Peterborough, eh? You know that?
Who,
The guy
who
that
is?
owned- BlackBerry from Peterborough.
What was his name again?
Beluski? What's his
Oh
name?
no, you're gonna tell
Jim-
me that your kid
No,
hit
he never
in
hit
the
him
nuts
with
with
us,
a
but that's a
blocker
true
as
story.
well.
Like, that's a weird connection, though, that come up. So, sorry, no, I didn't mean to interrupt your story there, but that's a true story. He's from Peterborough, man. The guy that owned Rim. Yeah, he's a Peterborough guy.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
born and raised
being a
here.
Leaf.
That's weird.
Being a Leaf fan and saying that, you never jump ship, it's your team. When he was talking about putting a team in Markham, I was like, I'm done with the Leafs. I'm all whatever this new team is. It's the new city. So it happens, man. You get frustrated.
Oh, Chippy's talking too fast, eh?
I talk.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Chippy, you want a
you're
56
going
game
in and
owner?
out.
You're
bud?
talking
for
too
some
fast,
reason.
man.
He must, oh, you know what? He's on a 14
I can do some work here and see what happens. Just a sec, I'll make it better.
All right. Good story, Chip.
Best story of the night.
Yeah, don't
Actually,
jump
that's
ship.
a great
That's
freeze
what I
fan
got.
right
Bank
there.
that
I don't
one
know if
for
you got the
later.
same one I do. That's a great look. He looks like a Maple Leafs pirate.
I'm back. Is it better now?
Oh, that's Frito-Lay. They do those too, man. Yeah.
The hickory sticks.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get. You know what?
Throw that in the
I was
care
gonna say I'm
package.
gonna get Brock
Throw
to
that
make
in
you
the
guys
care
up a care
package.
package to get him ship it over here. We got to do that for sure. So
Fucking
yeah.
No, a full
Well,
container ship.
We'll give you the
A full
address to the
container
right.
ship full of it.
Yeah. 54 footer.
I got my papers to receive it on the
You might
border.
not get it for 6 months because
Hey,
everything's so
Smeltzy, who
backlogged
makes
right now. It'll show up
the hickory sticks? Is
We'll
that your
like
company?
60
Remember
grand
those?
and just get a whole
Longer
container.
Oh, I used to love those. Do you remember those?
It's
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
Smeltz. I still have a Christmas gift from 2014 that
I got
hasn't arrived yet.
I got relatives that say that all the
And I
time.
know
Those are
I'm
so
not the
good.
only one.
That's awesome.
New Zealand
So, Smeltzy,
is
there's
an
this
issue.
place here called
when it comes to
Martha's
shipping.
Backyard. It's in Auckland. And so it's like an American food store. So you go in there and you get all the good barbecue sauces and craft dinner and you know, your country time lemon. Like it's you walk in and it's just like like the people that work there, they see you like with a tear in your eye.
Country
It's
time
like, oh my god.
lemonade.
You know,
Nice.
there's ruffles and like, you know, corn
Yeah.
nuts and you know, the cereal is like expired 5 months ago, but you know,
What's that?
who cares? You know, big
It's
jars of
blue cheese.
pickles and
Yeah.
Snapple and
We will
craziness.
take it.
You know,
Yeah.
I just got some blue cheese from April of 2021, and I'm pumped about it.
aged blue cheese.
It's better
It
with
was
age, eh?
It's $17.
Chippy's
a
back. He went over to the neighbor's house, got onto the high speed internet.
Yeah, I had to steal some internet from next door. Is it a little better now?
Yeah,
Coming in clear.
Attaboy.
It's because I.
Yeah.
We all know we all know it's just Mizzy behind the camera with a coat.
I have my own internet in the shed, but I was connected to the house because I was inside, so I had to hook up to the internet in
Didn't
the
switch
studio.
over. Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
it didn't
All right.
switch on me.
Gotcha.
All right, boys. I got to check out. I appreciate you guys listening to me babble here. It's been a lot of fun, man. I got to hook up with you
Yeah.
guys again. But
There's-
peace out, boys. Chippy, I love it. Is your video blurry because you're ugly, or because you? Is it just your connection? I wasn't sure there, bro.
At least it's okay, man. I'll save my chirps for another time when I got more time to break it down.
Oh, don't worry. When I come down and see you guys, we'll have a lot of fun. It'll be awesome. All right,
Cheers,
peace
brother.
out, boys. Take care.
F&A. We're coming to the pool
Oh,
room.
listen, man.
Enjoy
Come
the
back,
party.
come back to your homeland,
job.
boys, and
Yeah.
we'll party it up hard. You guys don't even know what hit you.
boogie nights at Smeltzy's house.
Oh, absolutely. I guarantee it happened there, boys.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's crazy 70s stuff going on.
Shaggy walls, eh? Carpet on the walls.
Bring your
there,
tongs
buddy.
in your hand.
Carpet on the
Absolutely.
walls.
You don't want to put a fluorescent light in that room, fellas.
Ew.
See you later.
Yes, Chelsea, there's our local Brian Pine analyst as well. And stuff.
I love that we just have I love that we just have a live feed to Peterborough right now, and
Yeah.
different people just come in and out.
Speaker's corner.
Yeah, just hopping
Rossy's
into the
house.
hot seat. Yeah, you're on.
Speaker's corner.
Roll in.
Speaker's corner is
Yes,
in
I got
Peterborough.
nothing
today.
sorted out here.
I got nothing.
What have you been doing?
How's Willard doing? Yeah, where'd you go,
What a
What a
Brock?
beauty.
I know exactly where you went.
Yeah.
You know where he is now.
Welcome.
He's the
Well, he
system of
made
that
his way
70s
back. He
show
found
again.
his way back, so that's good.
I found the
Yeah.
I found the
You
cloudy
followed the-
gazebo. back
You're in
in
the,
the
you're in the
computer room.
cloud now. Yeah.
And he followed the peanuts back, the marshmallows back to the.
I wish I had
There
marshmallows.
he is.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing right now. I love marshmallows. I'm a closet marshmallow guy.
Are they under the bed?
Oh, I wish. Remember the chocolate cake we hid under the bed?
Sure do. And I told you, you just come back from your mom and dad's for dinner. You had this
Yeah.
full chocolate cake.
Yep.
And I said, let's put it under your bed. I forgot about it.
Under the bed.
This is a legendary story. There's a documentary that's going to come out at some point, hopefully before I die. But there's it might not make it into the footage. But I had set up a camera and walked away, and I'm pretty sure that neither Langer or the other guy that was being filmed had any idea that it was there. But Langer told the story of this chocolate cake that he hid under
Brockley tell it.
and I hope it really makes it into the doco. But what was your side of the chocolate cake story?
Because he learned something. He's still doing things to this day.
So actually, the best part about that is it was a massive learning experience at that moment. It was crazy because, like, when we lived together, like my parents were like maybe 5 blocks away. My mom is a baker, cooker. Like, every Sunday dinner, come on,
this house
whoever.
Was the Riot House too, by the way. It was like anything goes. It was Guns N' Roses the whole time.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
And so we had this. My mom had Sunday dinner and like big feast and then big dessert. But Mom always made more to make sure that it went back to the house. So Langford and I like drove the 4 kilometers back to the house, and we had these like 2 slices of cake that basically equaled half the cake. And we walk in the front door of our house, and he's like, "You know what would be really cool is if we just put the cake under the bed and hid it and pretend we never had it, and then maybe in 4 or 5 hours we'll remember we had it, and it would be the best surprise ever." And I'm like, that's not going to work because because cake never leaves your brain. Like, it just doesn't. I mean, like, who says, "Oh, I just forgot I had a big piece of chocolate cake in the." Either way, it actually worked.
Yeah. Well, how long does the cake last?
We put the cake underneath your bed, Langford, and basically we went downstairs.
Yep. Put in a
and
shift.
before you know it, 3 hours of the repeat Sports Center, we realized we had cake, and it was 1 a.m.
Put in a shift, and it was literally, you're at the point where you're sitting there in your own planet. And it was one of us, just like Langford or Brockley, like kind of getting munchies on.
Yep.
And you can see the light bulb, the room light up. We've got cake.
Yeah.
We have
like
cake.
We went from like never, like you're not going to forget about the cake to like we forgot about it to being the best moment of our life. Like.
So what are other things now that you've learned that lesson, Brox? What other things have you hidden in specific places that you came back to later to find? What did you learn, and how have you applied it moving forward since that moment?
Well, see, I don't have to hide a lot of stuff now that I'm older.
It's your house.
Well, I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, like, if I hide stuff now, it's just because I'm old and I forget where I put it. Like, truthfully, that's what it is. I mean, like, I'll go back a few years. This is going back maybe 5 years. Like, before, like, you could just buy pot in Peterborough like it's, like, you know, a Kit Kat bar at Circle K. I mean, basically,
cake room.
Sometimes you used to hide certain nuggets around the garage, and, you know, you'd save them for later, but you'd forget where you put those nuggets. You know what I'm talking about, summertime. And then it's all of a sudden it's like you come down to the time like, oh my god, I have nothing, I can't find shit. And like, where did I put those nuggets now?
No, where did I put it?
And no shit, this is exactly what happened. I got so mad one day, I punched my workbench. My clock fell down off the wall, and I taped the nugget behind the clock. And I found the nugget behind the clock. Oh yeah, great moment. top-notch moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Better than finding cake. Better than finding cake.
And then that nugget was
way better than
gone.
finding cake.
And then he ordered.
Oh,
and then
you
he
told
ordered.
me
you know what?
you hit a Burger King cheeseburger somewhere in the house, and you kind of
Yeah, but Langford, man, I'll tell you now, in Peterborough, in Ontario, you can order anything to your house at any moment you want. Prime example, it is 11:30, and I have no ice. I got a delivery guy to bring 2 bags of ice to my house at 11:30 at night.
Really?
Yep. Yep, you don't care what you pay for it when you're out of ice. You do not care. I'm going to tell you right now. You don't care. Sure,
Yeah,
why not?
$12
If you need
a
a bag of
bag.
ice, you will pay $12 for a bag of ice to get delivered at 11:30 night. No, I didn't pay that. I'm just saying it was like, yeah.
That's incredible.
Basically, the way the world is.
He's like, I didn't pay that. They were grabbing 3 big bags.
Yeah.
As well.
I paid 45.
Go here where you can do that.
There's just an
Listen, with
add-on.
COVID, everything is now available by delivery. No matter what you can, doesn't matter. Anything you want now
True.
can get delivered to your front door. Like, I could not believe that I ran out of ice, but I had a store
An 8-ball?
deliver 2 bags of ice.
What?
Anything.
An 8-ball delivered.
No.
Nothing. Could you deliver an 8-ball? It's like, could you deliver an 8-ball?
You said it 3 times. We heard.
It was kind of a mix.
Yeah.
It's like on the
Yeah.
wind. It's like on the wind.
He's like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. He's thinking, maybe.
But
Yeah, I
you
wasn't
know,
sure.
but I can see you thinking. You're
Yeah,
like,
that's
I know
right,
somebody.
exactly.
I do know
Everybody
somebody.
knows somebody.
Yeah, well, so many times you
But you think
You
about
run
it, you
out
come
at
home from the
11,
bar and you
11:30,
can order
like,
pizza
oh, fuck,
at like
well.
1:30 in the morning.
Yep.
You know? You remember that?
Yeah, well, that's
But you can't do that here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Yeah, well,
frustrating
that's-
to be like 12
yeah,
o'clock.
that's
Man,
not
I love
unusual.
pizza right now. No, pizza closes
Is it-
at like
can you-
10.
Fuck.
I'm like, what?
Can you not? Can
Yeah.
you not do that there only because of COVID,
Yeah.
or is this like a standard thing where you're at?
Dude, the bank would close at 5.
No, this is
So you
standard
go to
thing
the
in New
bank
Zealand.
after work, but you can't because it's
Yeah.
closed. Because that's the end of the workday. So like everybody's working until 5, and
Yep.
even the bank closes at 5. You're like, man,
It's when I had my buddies come from England. They came and stayed with me for a while, and I think it was like 2 or 2:30, and they were hungry, and they were like, "We want to get something." I was like, "What do you want?" And they were like, "I don't know. What can we get? Pizza?" I was like, "We can get anything, man. Anything." So they wanted Chinese. So we went down to a 24-hour
An
Chinese
8-ball?
restaurant and sat in and had Chinese at 3 a.m. in the morning
sat
till
down?
4:30. Sat down, man. Downtown,
Love it.
Spadina, Toronto. Just went 24-hour Chinese.
24-hour
Yeah, man.
Chinese.
Yeah, the best.
Jesus
the best.
imagine
Christ.
wrapping up a night at 3 o'clock in
I'm
the
like,
morning at
oh
a
my-
Chinese restaurant. The buffet.
Wrapping up. That's
With a buffet.
That's when we sat down.
Chinese buffet.
I know there'd be a lot of chicken balls. I know that much.
Everything
Oh,
we want.
fuck
Everything
yeah.
battered,
It's-
baby.
everything
Everything
has
battered.
to be beige, man. Everything has to be beige.
With red sauce.
With a red sauce.
Red sauce is the shit.
With the
Don't
red-
kid yourself, man.
The
I
red
always
sauce
get like
you
a
can dye
side
your
order.
hair
It's
with.
like
Oh.
it's like a soup on the side. You know, you need like
Oh.
another one. It's like fucking huge. Too much.
500
Big
mils of red sauce.
Oh, yeah.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah.
It's like melted sugar with some.
No,
red-
you know what?
red dye in
With
it.
all these apps now, with Skip the
thick.
Dishes and Uber Eats and all this, like, my God, you can be absolutely the laziest person in the whole entire world. It's crazy. Like, it's unreal. It's crazy. Like Taylor and I were drinking before cornhole, and I ordered a pizza from Domino's from the app, and it took like 12 minutes to get to my house. I was like, seriously? I don't
That's
think
too
I could,
long.
I don't think I could cook it fast enough.
Really?
He's in Toronto and he says, that's too long.
How's that shit happen?
Toronto's like the highway. It's
Yeah.
quick. It's quick.
Yeah.
That is insane. Like New Zealand is just
It's
missed
weird
the
that you
boat,
guys have
haven't
to
they?
deal with that. I feel for
Just-
you.
Well,
I don't know,
you
man.
need to jump in here because you remember that. Like, the adjustment moving here took a while because so many things you're just used to. Like, you really, I felt like it really was taking a step back for a bit.
Oh, right. Yeah. But some people like that.
Yeah, I get it. It's slower, but again, you come home from the bar and you're having a time with your friends. A ginormous, like, rectangular pizza and 100 wings can show up at your house at like 1 in the morning. Because why not?
Yeah.
So that could happen.
I don't.
You're saying it can
It
happen.
can happen here. It happens.
Can't.
Oh, it can't.
Everything's closed. Yeah, you know.
Oh, right. Yeah. But some people like that lifestyle down here. That it's slower.
It's kind of vague.
10 o'clock.
Do you know what the meaning
It's
of
only
late
9:30.
is?
I don't know how old you
Yeah.
guys are,
Oh,
but I
totally.
know I remember like because I'm in Toronto, born and raised. Obviously, I know some of you guys are from here, but if you're my
Everything
age, I
shuts. Yeah,
remember
it's all
when shit
closed.
used to close super early, and
What
everything
gets
was
me is when
always
they put
closed
on the
Sunday.
on the
Like, I
signs on
remember
the
that.
door and it says like open till
I
late.
remember the
and it's
growth
like,
of that happening.
No, you're
from,
not.
like,
You're not actually
nothing
even
open
open.
Sundays, everything closing at 2. I remember the drinking
Doesn't even-
time adjusting from midnight till 2
Yeah,
a.m.
they don't seem to
I
get
remember
it.
those things. And I love them all. Now I'm too old to really enjoy any of those time frames, but you know they're at least here.
Yeah, there was a time.
You know,
I remember being at the bar the night they changed it from 1 to 2.
oh, it's the
And
best.
people were like loving their life
I
because
was
it was
at-
an extra
I
hour.
Oh.
Yeah, it's when they go from 2 to 1, Langer.
I-
When
Yeah.
they go back, right? When they go back, you actually drink till 3 like an idiot. It's great.
But isn't it 2 now in Ontario? 2 a.m.?
Yeah, but
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 at
when
the time it
time
was
goes
1.
back,
No, I'm not
No,
talking
he's
about...
talking. He's talking about the time change night.
Oh,
I'm
when
not
they
talking
changed
about
it.
daylight
Yeah, yeah,
savings. It used to be 1 o'clock.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, totally.
And then
yeah.
they changed it to
Right.
3.
For me, that's one of those. That's one of those things. That's one of those things.
Yeah.
Where were you? What
Yeah.
pub
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
you in?
I
Because that was
forgot
like
about
an
that.
unofficial national holiday for Canada. Like it was like yes. And I also remember. I also remember
extra
moving
hour.
out to Alberta, and the drinking age being lower. So it was like you had another couple percent, Kyle. That maybe
Like your friend's sisters there now.
because there's a whole extra.
Now that you mentioned the daylight savings, Chippy, I do remember a few of those years
No,
being in the bar.
Fleck.
It's like, no, it's 1 o'clock again. Sorry.
The best,
Last call. No,
the best,
not last
the best
call
is
anymore.
now
Yeah.
cell phones, right? They just go back,
Yes.
so you can watch it. It's like 1:58, 1:59, 1 o'clock. You're like, it's like,
Yeah. Bam.
it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Well, I remember when they stopped
about
the
that.
smoking in bars, and I remember thinking, "There's no way this can work." People want to go and smoke.
not gonna
You would leave your jacket on a chair, and you'd come home with glass in your shoes, and your jacket is just reeks of Demore Ultralight Regular.
My bedroom
Like,
smells.
I don't miss that.
Booze.
You know, and then I just thought, and then they put the room in the bar. Broccoli, I'm thinking about Sin City right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and then they're on the patio, and now you're like down the street on the corner.
I got I have an opinion of when they took
That's right.
smoking, when they took smoking.
Fucking man down in the studio.
Come
God
on,
damn
get
it.
your stuff together, Punchy.
It's a rookie move there.
Fuck.
What are you new?
Chippy, keep
I
going,
remember
buddy.
though that when they made smokers go outside to
hit the
smoke,
post.
it was a beautiful day for people who smoked other things. Because now you weren't so fucking obvious. There was like everyone smoking, right? Because if you were the guy outside of the bar smoking when I was younger, you were up to no good,
Yeah.
right? So then I was like, bring on the smokers, right? Because now you know you're legit, right? But now we're legit here anyway. It doesn't matter, so it's pretty irrelevant.
Okay, so Brock and Chip, are people smoking weed like in public?
You know, it's surprising for me. I don't know what you're thinking.
No,
there,
like if you go to like a park or like you go to a hockey game or.
you'll smell weed a little more, but most people are fairly respectful.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm with
Yeah,
him. I'm
it's
with
pretty
Chip.
good.
I'm with Chip on that one. You know what? Like me, everyone was all worried about like, oh my god, it's just going to be a cloud of smoke, like
It's not.
left to right, and it's like,
The local
You know what?
exhibition in the summer.
if anything, like if I'm like,
Because
you're,
that
like,
was
you're gonna
me.
laugh. Like if I'm at cornhole playing on a league night, I don't care so much if I'm smoking in the smoking section a bowl or two, like back in the day. But you don't see guys just rifling joints left like downtown. I mean, you got your certain people, but like, yeah, for the most part, like, it's
dirt.
You know,
That was me.
it's what the bigger change I find is like the ability. Obviously, I don't know if we want to talk about this when you guys can't do this, but like the ability to get it. Like you can, I can't walk. Well, I can't walk in Toronto. This is crazy. Like I can't go 4 blocks without a hemp shop. It's ridiculous.
Same with Peterborough now.
Yeah, listen, 3 weeks ago, I had to walk 4 blocks. I was coming home from dinner tonight, and halfway between that one and my house, I'm like, oh, snap, a new one. Like, not a word of a lie. I can walk you through it tomorrow. I got, 3 within about 6 blocks of my house. It's ridiculous, you know? It's crazy.
It was hard to get licenses at first. I remember, when I went home to Ottawa, there was 2 shops in the whole city, and they weren't handing out licenses. Talking to my buddy now, he's like, "I got 2 up the road."
Really
just like what you were saying, Chippy.
Yeah.
We have more
everywhere
pop shops
now.
in Peterborough than Tim Hortons now.
And that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's pretty funny now.
So here, I want to know something. So when they did the referendum in Canada,
I can't wait till they combine them, though. Right? Just like gas stations and Burger King, they should combine Tim Hortons and a pot shop.
Any place that sells muffins should
there's
sell
fucking-
weed. I agree.
That's the next stage.
I have a pot shop
So the
basically
Chinese-
1,000
Yeah.
meters from my house. 2,000 meters from my house, I have a pot shop. Like it.
So when they did the referendum in Canada to make the switch and make it legal, do you remember what the statistics were when it got voted through?
I don't think it was a
Yeah, what was the
referendum.
vote?
We didn't vote on it.
Statistics
We didn't
on
vote on
right.
it.
It was
It was
just
a government.
legalized.
It was the government. The government just went, you know what? Fuck
We
it,
won.
It's legal.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't.
So I don't know if you guys are aware, but last year
You
here
guys
in New
got
Zealand,
close.
we
You got
had
close, right?
we
Yeah,
had a
you guys
referendum.
missed out by,
we had a
like,
referendum, and
Oh, dude.
yeah, it was
49.
49.
Awful.
Fuck, Brock.
Yeah, it was
it's going to be super cheap tomorrow morning. I woke up and it was over.
The guys that found their cake got to vote.
And you're still looking for the nuggets.
I'm still convinced that everybody else was too high to vote.
Listen, it's not. It doesn't make it cheaper. That's
No.
I don't know, Brock. It's not cheap at these places, is it, bud?
No, because what happens is you'll find it's on the board it looks like a decent price, and then you get taxed on it from the Canadian tax.
Right.
Yeah, but
So something
what we can't.
something that's $30.
But you are getting what you pay for.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. But we can grow too. So we're allowed. Everyone here is allowed to grow 4 plants. So as far as it's just it is everywhere, but it's not everywhere. You don't have people smoking all the way down the street. But I find I have cousins that they don't even smoke. They just grew because they could.
Absolutely.
Now I go to their house. They're like, here, or take this or try this. Everyone kind of played with it, and it really brought all the people out who thought. It's not good, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, everyone's like, it's good for health issues, too. It's like, come on, man.
So Chippy, have you noticed that the fact that we joke we joke how the people from Italy drink at a young age and they become accustomed to it. I'm not kidding you. Quickly, guys, in Canada, it's not even a discussion anymore. It's
not an issue.
Just
it's not an issue.
It's not. It's so normalized now that it's if your family doctor told you that he just ripped bowls last night, that it's you know what I mean. It's
yeah. It's true.
But he was anyway, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was. I mean, you wouldn't now want to admit to it, but I'm just saying, it has become so normalized. It's not even funny.
You don't want him to tell you that when he's about to cut something.
No.
But other than that, I'm okay with it, right?
I had a
Before we do this heart surgery, hold on.
Sticking the needle, right? But the needle isn't in the syringe yet.
I had a tattoo artist doing my leg, and he says, and I just made a joke with him. I said, "Oh, you get focused when you smoke," and he maybe thought I was kind of being kind of like judgmental, and he goes, "No, you want me to smoke," and I'm like, "Okay." Okay, well, you could just do. I'm permanent ink now, so you can do what you want now. So go ahead. Yeah, but it's become such a norm. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You might not see a breakfast bowl, but I mean, like, it's become it's become pretty normal.
For me, it was weird because I smoked from basically I got through high school. I didn't touch anything. I just drank like a typical, hockey player. I just had beers from the time I was like 12 or something. And then I never smoked, right? I didn't touch anything till I went to university. And then I was high for 22 years, right? And then it became legal. But then it became legal, and but it's like once it became legal, it's almost like, I don't know if I thought it wasn't cool anymore. It didn't have this thing. I actually quit. I haven't smoked weed in 3 years now. I eat the shit out of gummies and chocolates and stuff like that. But it's a beautiful thing. Much better for you.
But I think the thing that kind of solved the problem is if you're going to the cottage or you're going to a concert or something, you don't have to phone Rick up. Like Rick in the dodgy part of town. No. And you have to kind of get on the case a few days in advance.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people relying on you, you don't have to worry about any of that anymore.
Like, if you have a good Saturday morning and you run out by
talking
noon,
about that,
I can go up the street.
2-minute warming, boys.
So,
2-minute
listen,
warming.
I got a question for you guys. So I'm chatting with the boys back home. We want to plan a remote fishing hunting trip. So we're talking about going up to Nunavut or Iqaluit or Yukon and remote. And do a paid fishing or hunting tour, It's are there shops up that way? Do I have to hoop my
Well, you might want to. I don't know what you like, whatever you enjoy.
Anything.
Well, hold on. It matters if you go to the States. Then you got to be careful. But if you fly within Canada, if you fly within Canada, you don't have to do any of that.
Really?
I flew to Sudbury with a whole bunch of my knapsack.
Yeah. I can try. I could
to.
buy an O in Ottawa.
Yeah, Somerville. I don't think you'll have a problem. Really finding it anywhere. I've never been up.
I think you're 100% going to have a problem, and you gotta hoop it.
Yeah, you should.
Getting it in's. I'll tell you. I don't know from experience, but getting it in is fine. Digging it out is a pain in the ass, literally.
Digging. And it's over.
Fuck yeah,
folks.
it is. Yeah, we're the best team ever, man.
That's
We're going to the cup, baby. We're to the championship.
Cash returns 2021.
That's right.
Yeah, next. Bring on the next game. I'm not one of those guys. It is what it is, right? Enjoy the game. That's all. They lose.
This has been awesome.
They lose 3 in a row. We'll be in the same problem. Still
yeah. They're not going to get my vote yet.
They shouldn't, and so they shouldn't.
All right.
That was like a real hockey game with buddies.
That's
it, eh?
Know what happened in the game
for the Leafs.
I'll have to go and watch SportsCenter.
I know. I maybe watched 3 minutes.
There's 2 minutes left.
At least we got the goals, right? We saw all the goals.
Yeah.
I listen, guys. Thank you again for inviting me into your world. Have a midnight minute with you guys. I enjoy that. So anytime you want me to come in and talk shit, I'll get my modem out and see if I can link up with you guys.
Awesome, buddy.
Fucking A, man. This has been a pleasure. On behalf of all the boys here on the fourth line and a couple of extra guys on the Pine tonight, Brockley, Wanny, Chippy, thanks for stopping by. And we can't forget about fucking Smeltzy, man. Smelty, if we're going to give out 3 stars for tonight, I'm going to say third star, we're going to give it to Willard the dog. Second star is going to Mike Brockley. And first star is going to Smeltz. It's been a blast. We'll see you again on the Pine soon. Love all.
I'm riding the pine, riding the pine. It's Chronicles of the Fourth Line. I'm just sitting on a bench with 2 good friends of mine. That's why I'm riding the pine with Punchy Langer in summertime.
Ridin' Pine, Chronicles from the Fourth Line, now available with full episodes on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts.